We're back after taking an extra week off and cutting last week cutting the week before last a little bit short. We're back with more Crusading Candy Kingdom. Welcome to session 9. I'm here, and that's what's most important. So where we left off, you guys could introduce yourselves.
I'm Danielle, I play Igneas.
I'm Holly, I play Trolli.
I'm Zack, I play Kit.
I really, I'm not going to name you names, but I feel like only one player at this table is putting in the effort to make their names rhyme. So if we could work on that, that'd be great for me. It's Zack and Danielle who I'm talking about here. And I said I wasn't going to name names, but I changed my mind. So where we left off, a little bit of a refresher for everyone, including myself. You guys went to the Empire for the first time, and you're still there. Some drunken guards gave you a bit of a problem on the way in. Were pretty rude to Igneas with some not so subtle racism. And then as Igneas went off on a walk, you met your friend Chonko for the second time for the party as a whole, third time for Trolli. Excuse me. You actually did manage to take him down with some awesome Marvel vs. Capcom teamwork shit, but you realize you currently do not have a way to kill him to your knowledge, and so you kind of just had to let him go because much like any other wild animal, he seemed to you to just leave and lick his wounds. You then entered the Empire. Kit kind of noticed that a lot of the guards currently don't seem very well put together, which is a little out of character for the Empire. Their armor kind of just looks kind of thrown together, not quite fitting them perfectly, that kind of thing. But eventually you got to the capital city, you went to the castle, and then a bunch of things happened. First of all, you met Margaret and Maurice, the two right hands to the Count. The Count came back, I think I said like roughly a few days to a week ago. And essentially what had happened was what the Count told you, let's put it that way. What the Count told you was that he had been missing. He just was off doing his own thing. He came back when he found out his father died. And he'd been actually searching. He came back when it was publicly revealed that his father died. He had spent time searching for his father's killer. But now that his father was officially openly dead, he did have to take over because there could not be a power gap in the Empire. Unfortunately, around the time he took the throne, everything good?
Muska's just hunching his back in a weird way I don't like.
Margaret and Maurice did get into a bit of a scuffle. He didn't say with who. They both took head injuries, so their heads are a little bit fuzzy at the moment. Count Chocula then told you that the killer for his father was a man by the name of Funkin' Fudge, who was running Club Caramel and Variety Bog. To which you guys immediately called bullshit on your own. Technically, Igneas has not heard any of this, because Igneas got himself kicked out of the room. So you guys left and were told, hey, the Count has the salt you need for your cure. He will happily give it to you if you bring Fudge to him, dead or alive, preferably dead. Like, he just wants him dead. So you immediately left. I went to an inn for the night in which you immediately called Fudge and were like, this is bullshit. And he was like, yep, that's bullshit. What the viewer heard and what Holly heard and everyone at the table heard, but Igneas and Kit, you have not heard. Fudge did reveal, Trolli already knew that he is Count Chocula the 72nd. But he also did slip in but I did kill my dad though. Like, that part was true. He then told you, this is the biggest update I've done, but I'm just making sure I have my head on straight after taking a week off. He then told you to meet him in the town of Takif in 2 days. Kit, you know that's about a day's travel away, meaning you can either kill a day here in the capital city or go there early and see if there's anything going on there.
Right.
We will pick up the morning after that phone call. This is a clean, here we are.
So Do we want to
Actually, hold on real quick. Is there anything that you want clarification on? I don't know how fuzzy your memory is.
I was about to ask if we ended up taking the same room again to save money or anything, or like...
I don't even think that was established.
We can say that's what happened.
We can say that's what happened.
It makes sense.
Okay, now we will commence.
Do we want to do some shopping around town before we head out?
I can't think of anything I would want to buy, but I have some money and not much use for it if there's anything...
Also, I don't know if you remember, I don't know if you guys added it to your sheets. Technically, you can't unless they share, but they should. You were given more gold. Okay.
I think we were given each like 50 more.
They gave you 150 in total,
yeah.
And then I'm assuming you split it.
Yes.
Yep. Okay.
Do you have that written down in your
I need to make sure
stuff?
I did that.
Do I have that written down?
That's why I wanted to mention that. I don't know if you guys had bothered to.
It says I have 98.
Yeah, that sounds
That's
right.
Well, this clearly is not incorrect because of math. No, wait. N was a gold, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. Since
Okay,
you don't share.
it's
Right.
correct.
Okay.
Anything you'll need? Potions, spells, anything?
It couldn't hurt, I guess, to stock up. Maybe a potion or a scroll of some kind.
I mean, why not? Might as well.
If we're looking for scrolls or potions, I'll leave that to you. I still know very, very little about magic.
Alrighty then. I'd ask if you want to go with me, but I don't know if you want to be ridiculed.
Do you think they would allow me in the store?
How about I go by myself? You and Kit bond for a bit. I'll be back. And then Charlie's gonna head out and look for potions and what kind of scrolls?
Anything you think might be beneficial.
You're
We
looking
know
for
that
Kit?
we're in some shit.
Yeah.
What's a general goods store? Where's the Dollar Tree of this fucking world?
Walgreenest.
Where's the Walgreens?
I have a sprinkle in my teeth. There's no Walgreens. There's a CVS. I mean,
Fucking, I'm headed to CVS. I'm headed to CVS, bitch.
okay.
Ding dong.
Oh, Kit will give you his 58 gold just in case you need it. Don't add it to your list, but you need the 58.
You know what? I will also add a 58.
So I basically have 150. Cool. I feel like a rich bitch about to go shopping.
Wait, if you only have that much, then just, like, take any of my gold that you need. I have 98.
I have 49 gold.
Okay, well, now you have 98 more plus his 58 more, I think it was.
I don't know how.
You have a little over 200 gold.
Cool. Nice. Am I greeted at the door? What's going on here?
Okay.
Do they come around the counter and say hi to me?
Yes. Okay. So, what is it you're looking to shop for?
What?
What is it you're looking to shop for?
Some various scrolls, some potions.
Okay, so you go to a CVS, and as you're walking up to the CVS, roll me a perception check.
The Choclatin
9.
value store.
With your 9, you glance to the left for a second, and you do a double take. And you're like, it's like a little shopping area. And kind of tucked away in the corner is level 1 scrolls and accessories. So if you'd...
I would love to go down to level 1 scrolls and accessories,
Hey.
please let me.
So
Who's in there? Who's working today?
You walk in.
Can I quickly... Did you just think of that? Or
We're
did
doing
you think
it
of that?
live. We're doing it live. I thought of the joke in my head and I was like, wait.
Who's working today?
Okay, so...
Is it Polly?
No, behind... So you walk in and you hear a woman's voice.
Nice.
Hello. And then like...
Oh, hi.
And then like just after it, like halfway through like the... there's also like a... Hello. So there's a woman and a man. The woman walks up to you as you come in.
This feels surreal.
Is there anything I can help you out with today?
Oh, I am looking for potions and scrolls. This looks like I can find scrolls here.
Okay.
Are there also potions here?
Yes, we also have potions here. Any particular brand of scroll or?
Any
Do you
colors?
have like? Well, I mean, what kind do you have? Do you have black? Black magic.
Yes, every brand of scroll comes in black magic if you need it.
So I'll take this more seriously.
We're goofing around. It's fine. We have healing helps. We have heart soul. We have med couple.
We have Cherokee.
Yeah, with Cherokee. We got Cherokee
If
Infinity.
you're looking to have some fun, we've got some Dickies.
Yeah. And we got a clearance rack over there. And then we have men's base scrolls over there, and they point to a corner, and it's like got like a cobweb in it and like two things.
Do you have a size small?
We do carry a few smaller scrolls, I guess. Like
Okay, no.
the parchment's just a bit thinner.
Zack, are you okay?
This is so surreal for me. Do you have like a...
As she's
Do you have
helping
somewhere I
you,
can try them on?
Why are your fitting rooms open?
as she's helping you, the gentleman is just staying at what you would assume is their register.
That's fucking... do you all have like Zone of Truth or maybe a Spike Growth or a Charm Person? Like what do you have in terms of scrolls? Can I just like go through them and look through it like a catalog?
We can look around. How about that?
Cool.
Oh,
I'm new to the plus size community.
over there is our Zone of Truth section. And those other ones you mentioned would be over there.
The Scrub Zone of Truth.
Let us know if you end up needing anything. There's a couple test ranges if you need to test any of the scrolls, but then they run out of uses after the test. So I guess just make sure you really like what they do.
Sure thing, thank you.
And then as you walk away, she walks behind the counter, and she goes like, "Zion, you didn't walk around the counter like I told you to do." And he's like, "Sorry, Mom."
I feel bullied. In and out of game, apparently.
At the very beginning of this bit, you might have to put like an asterisk with the context.
I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
It's fine.
Anyway.
The context is we work at a place called Level 1 Scrubs and Accessories.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm just making a silly fantasy version of the place that myself, Holly, and Zack work at.
Okay, so what can I buy here? Do we have anything form-fitted?
Okay, so what were the three you listed? What scrolls are you looking for?
I mean, Zone of Truth would not be bad to have.
Charm Person also wouldn't be bad.
Charm per person would be pretty good to have.
Spike Growth also, like you said, honestly.
Hold Person would be good to have.
Hold Person would be good to have.
Give me a list of your four most wanted.
If it helps at all, normal pricing on scrolls, I don't know if you're going by that, is 50 gold per level of spell.
They're all level 1.
Oh, they're all
Level 1 scrolls.
They're
and
not even.
accessories.
There's no cantrips. There's no cantrips.
That's the reason this joke happened. I was like, that works
Okay.
really useful for me.
So is Zone of Truth a level 1 spell?
What's in the clearance section?
I think it is. It might be level 2, but
It's not a level 1 spell.
Is there a $10
Is
rack?
it? Can it only be level 1 spells?
Okay, it's at the lowest level the spell could possibly be at. Like, how about that?
Okay. So Zone of Truth.
But we're gonna jokingly say they're all level 1.
Right. Are you good over there?
It's just fucking funny.
I'll find something. Here, have my
yeah, I'll start looking at mine as well.
command.
Command's not bad.
Charm Person,
Should be writing these down.
and then one more.
Zone of Truth will be really helpful for
Alright.
whenever we storm the thing.
I already got it.
Yeah.
The Zone of Truth, Command, Charm Person.
Zone of Truth. Zone of Truth is a level 2 spell, right?
What about Detect Thoughts?
Detect
Right.
Thoughts was also pretty good.
Because there's still Hold Person, there's Invisibility, there's Detect thoughts.
Disguise self could be, maybe.
Just disguise spell, scroll on kit. I can have my normal arm for like an hour.
Pass without a trace is sometimes useful.
Okay.
Yeah, but when do we ever spell?
True.
So, Zone of Truth. What did I say? Zone of Truth. Charm person.
Hold person.
Hold person. There was another one besides hold person.
Command?
Command. That is 4. Because it can either be hold person or
Charm person?
no, we already have charm person.
Or command?
I fucking just saw it.
We included Zone of Truth already in this list, right?
Oh, detect thoughts.
Oh.
I only say that one because so then we can hear what the dude's like, thinking in his head.
True.
Zone of Truth will be really useful to extract a truthful statement from Facula.
I know.
That's true.
Fake you.
Fake you one?
Okay.
Okay.
Zone of Truth. Charm person. Command and hold person.
And you're locking in those 4.
Was that our final answer?
Did we want detect thoughts? Was that in that list?
Because if we already have Zone of Truth,
Actually, I'll give you 5. How about that?
then detect thoughts.
Detect
That would be
thoughts.
the next one.
Okay.
We can't buy them all anyway.
Yeah. Oh, I'm going to.
I think he's about to roll to see which ones they have.
Fair.
Roll a d4.
The Trolli dice. That is a 4.
Okay. And then roll me a d6.
The Trolli dice. That's not the Trolli dice. The Trolli dice. That's a 1.
Okay. So, you look around. You happen to find command and hold person.
Okay.
Are you having any luck?
No, you don't get to. The employees actually aren't being super receptive to like helping you, mainly because the woman seems to be reprimanding the man,
Yeah.
and she's a little preoccupied with that.
I'm leaving a 1-star review.
Okay.
The woman up front was absolutely horrible. How much are they?
The price tags on them are 60 gold apiece.
And so she also said there were potions here. How much are those? And what kind of potions do they have?
Potions are... Hold on a second, I think. Really quick. Potions are 12 gold apiece. And they have... Excuse me. One... They just have normal potions, to be honest with
Just
you.
regular ass potions.
Mainly because you guys... I think you still all have potions.
I don't.
You don't have any potions?
Nope.
I'm out as well.
They have
Wait.
regular potions
They have
for
regular
reasons.
potions. Okay.
I have 1 potion.
I need to math.
I can share my potions.
You have potions?
I have potions.
You guys are also going to go see Fudge.
That's true. That's not too bad thing to have extra potions on you, though. So what scrolls did they have? You said
I
hold
said-
person and detect thoughts?
I said command and hold person.
Command
and that's
and
all that you're able to find, just looking around by yourself.
Right.
There is a bundle of potions sitting behind the counter messily.
Okay.
Some of which are very clearly not rolled correctly quite yet.
Right. So I'm going to go ahead and grab those 2 so I don't lose them. And then go up front and ask if they have any more in the back.
Okay. So at this point, the woman has disappeared.
Cool.
But the man says, like, unfortunately, everything we have is out on the floor, but what were you looking for? I can order something if we don't have it here. It'll get here probably next week.
Right. Okay, cool. Sorry. I am pulled in and out of character right now. Oh, well, what about those back there?
I guess there's... What were you looking for? You didn't tell me.
Hold person in command. I'm looking for Zone of Truth and Detect Thoughts.
And
No, I already have. Wait, fuck. And Charm Person.
Ah, gotcha. Okay, let me see what I've got. And he turns around.
And he gets on his phone.
He turns around with one hand. He's checking the scrolls. With the other hand, he's like reading the daily. Like he's on his apple pie phone.
Yeah.
After a few minutes, he turns back to you and he's like, "Okay, so you already have Command and Hold Person. I was able to find Charm Person and Detect Thoughts, but you would have to order Zone of Truth, which I can do. It doesn't cost any extra."
I'm perfectly fine with that ordering it. Thank you.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. I can drop ship it to you.
And how long would that take?
A week and a half.
Will it appear no matter where I am?
That's how drop shipping works, yeah.
So
We'll send someone out to give it to you. What is that?
that is a cat.
Is that?
Yeah.
It sounded like somebody screaming.
It kind of did.
It sounds
The
like a
only
cat.
cat it could be is quiet.
That did not sound like what. That sounded like a man screaming outside.
Yeah, I don't.
I'm gonna quickly go peek.
I never found out what was in the clearance section.
What?
In the
In the
clearance
clearance
section.
Well, it wasn't any of our cats stuck somewhere. Factually, it wasn't.
What?
Quiet's right there,
Oh,
Liv's
yeah.
right there, Musket's right there. We've seen Dobie already.
I don't see anything going on outside, so. But anyway, yes, if you order it with drop shipping, it's an additional 10 gold. But we will send someone out. They will find you, or we give you one of these, and he holds up a tiny little crystal. We can track you. We send someone out right to you.
Does it work through dimensions?
No. The fuck is a dimension? It's just this place.
So do I get a discount?
We do have a rewards membership, yeah. If you sign up for that, depending on what you do in life, you can get a discount. What do you do for a living?
I work for the Queen.
That's a 20% discount, meaning that the scrolls are actually about 50 gold, and the potions would be 10. I can't discount the drop shipping fee
I
though.
am fucking dying. Oh, dear.
Did you want a stethoscope? We have those.
No, I can't.
That's the accessories.
Yeah, those are the
Would I
accessories.
happen to find any of the scrolls I'm looking for on the clearance rack?
You can try. I do have my doubts that something as nice as Zone of Truth would be on clearance, but that-
You know.
you can look if you'd like.
Sometimes it gets up over
You
there.
can look if you'd like.
Please look.
Roll me a d20.
Oh, that's an 18.
It's not on the clearance, right?
Would I have had to roll that?
If you were the nat 20, I would have been like, yeah, there's a Zone of Truth for 5 gold. Good for
What
you.
is in the clearance rack?
That's a good question. Maybe some cantrip spells? Or...
Nothing you guys would want. How about that? Like,
Okay.
you cast
So-
Swing Your Sword. Like, that's why it's on clearance. It wasn't selling.
So out of thing, which ones do we want? Because we can't get Zone of Truth. I feel like Detect Thoughts would be a good replacement.
Detect Thoughts wouldn't show other people his thoughts though.
No, it would just show the one person who's using it what he's thinking.
Right,
But if we wanted like proof
yeah.
Right.
for other people,
Command could be good.
Hold person maybe, but that only does it for so long.
Yeah. I think Command would probably be the best one to go with. That'd be the easiest way to get the answers we need.
plus we could use them like 2 at a time. There's no rule against that, is there?
Use 2 of what? Like
The
whole person.
scrolls.
Oh. No.
Like one person uses this one and the other person uses that one, and just combine the effects.
But the great thing about Command is it basically just is a hold person.
True.
Because all you have to do is say stop.
But what if we want to use the command to make them do something else, in addition to using hold person to hold them? Or, I don't know.
Because I think command lasts a little bit, and you can make a few different commands as long as they're one-word commands. Command is an amazing spell.
Then how about command and charm person?
Okay.
Those are good.
I would love to sign up for your reward program.
Oh, okay.
What do you need from me?
How do I spell your last name?
Gumption. It's Gumpition.
Okay, and your first name?
Trolli. Oh, Trolli.
Troli?
Trolli.
Oh, you only said the one L.
Apologies.
What would be a good phone number for you?
555-555-5555.
Gotcha. Okay. We don't actually use that unless you place any orders, and for drop shipping, we'll call you when somebody's on their way.
Oh, of course.
And we never actually use this. What would be a good email?
Trolli Gumption at hottree.com.
Okay. What was your mother's maiden name?
Why the fuck do you need that?
It's part of the rewards program.
What? No, I'm not giving you my mother's maiden name.
I can't get you the discount without that.
Oh my goodness. Give me a second now. I have no
Can it
fucking
just be
clue.
Gumption?
Her maiden name is before she was married.
Yeah.
I guess,
So they would probably take Peapon's name.
Depending on what side of the family she's on.
Yeah, true.
Actually, Trolli's family tree in terms of the last name does not make any sense. Because your grandparents had a last name Gumption, meaning they had a daughter with the last name Gumption who would have remarried and then had you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Your last name technically should not be Gumption.
The dad took the last name instead of the other way around.
Huh.
If that's the case, then her maiden name is Gumption.
That's true.
Fine. Her name is Gumption.
Oh, that's a little odd.
Yeah, it is a little
Okay.
odd.
Okay.
Want to know my social security?
Oh,
What is this?
no, I'm sorry. What did you say you do for a living?
I work for the Queen.
Right, the Queen, yes. Okay. Like I said, from now on, whenever you come in, you'll get 20% off all your stuff as long as it's not one of these stethoscopes, anything on clearance, or boots. Because we do have some boots.
Yeah, randomly.
Yeah, they're the
Okay.
accessories.
They make you go a little faster.
So your total today, did you grab any potions?
I'll grab one potion.
I haven't been keeping track of your shopping list, I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. I've got Charm Person and Command, and then one potion.
That would be 110 gold.
You said, never mind.
The 20% discount puts them at like
50.
50, 50, 10.
Right. Okay, so hand over the 110.
You want a bag?
No, I'm good, sweetheart.
Okay. Have a great day.
Thank you. And just awkwardly leave.
And then, as you leave, you hear like a muttered like, looks like fucking Ivory finally showed up, and then the door closes behind you.
Oh my fucking god. Alright, so then I have 90 gold left. Is that about right?
So you're like,
95 gold.
Yeah.
I'll just split that between the two of you, whoever wants to get the extra gold.
You had more money than I did, so I'll take 40. You can have the 45.
Okay.
And I will have 0. I will give you the potion, Zack.
I already have one, so if you need one, take it.
I'm a bear usually, so I can't use it.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna give it to the person who's...
Well, what if you are forced to not be a bear? Somebody could take your potion and feed it to you.
I will
Or I
keep...
could just feed her one of mine.
That too.
I thought it was quick... It only took a bonus action to feed someone their own potion.
Nope. It's an action no matter what.
Oh.
Or if somebody else goes down and you need to come out of bear shape to feed them your potion.
Well, if I have to come out of bear shape and I'm not down, I have healing spells.
Oh, okay.
The point
What
of
if you
Or
giving...
don't?
could just grab one of ours.
Yeah.
I'll just keep the fucking thing for myself, I guess.
Yeah, like I have a greater one and 2 regular ones. I'm fine.
And I have one regular one.
Honestly, take my greater one.
Ooh.
Since we're discussing party loot and whatnot, just take my greater one.
One greater pot.
I really loved level 1 scrolls.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
accessories.
Do you have any other locations?
No. We're trying.
Can I order online?
We're trying. As we have been for the 50 years we've been open.
Do you have student scrolls?
On our website.
Do you have cotton scrolls?
No.
Oh, so I can order those, but...
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Luckily, the student discount is built into those. Like, you just get the student discount. They are delivered right to your academy.
I need to use the restroom.
Wizard.
Fucking, if you're going to the restroom, I'll fucking do it too. So we get it done in one fucking go.
Dumb.
How was that dumb?
It was great.
No, I fucking love
Avery's
that.
finally here.
Do I get my discount? Yes, of course we do. Do I get a higher discount? No.
We had someone like that today, like the last customer.
Yeah. Did you name me Zion?
Yeah. Something with a Z.
I just had a reminder, you know? Don't want him to
Yeah.
end up like that dog.
Yeah. I'm thinking it's a person.
The owner, Renee.
Didn't walk around to the front door, Zion.
Did we ever tell you the running joke about Stubby forgetting he's a dog?
I told him earlier today.
Yeah, okay. Because there was a photo that was very much like that.
He showed me.
But now he's doing the upright human job in the sky.
At his luxurious desk.
Yeah.
Holly filmed these.
Where nobody ever goes, "Ah."
Holly filmed these on Twitter earlier, so
Oh,
I
I
made
love that.
I made the middle one my Discord icon.
I love that. Can you send that to me?
Made your mom in this
Reshi would adore that. I need to send that to Reshi right away. Luxray was like, I think her second favorite Pokemon besides Reshiram.
I would have never guessed Reshiram.
Yeah. She's living in an apartment now, and her roommate has a baby bearded dragon, and I'm jealous. That's a dope. Did Raven show you the the dumpy I found?
No.
there was kind of a more of a dopey with a little bit of a lump thrown in. I sent him a video. The audio doesn't matter.
Oh. I didn't realize you sent it to me.
Oh yeah, I did.
Yep.
Sorry.
So this is fun.
I'm sorry.
Is this what you guys do when I use the bathroom?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Nice. I never really bother to listen. I just assume you guys are talking shit.
Walk down every single stair.
Do you see what
Ready.
I mean? Like, that's kind of a weird hybrid
Ready.
dumpy.
It's good that you're ready because we're still with you. Technically, you left the store.
Oh, well. Oh, go. Fuck.
Do you need the cat out of your chair?
No, it's fine. I can do it standing up. there's no money left in my name, so I'm just gonna go back to the cart.
You went to the cart.
Did you find anything?
I found a scroll of command and a scroll of charm person, and I got a potion for myself.
Okay, well...
And then that's when I divide the money back up.
Right.
Well, I hope those are useful.
Well, hopefully we can use them against Mr. Man up in the castle.
Right.
Maybe we shouldn't say that out loud.
They don't know which
A
way
random
to-
passerby was like, what the fuck?
Why is there a random passerby in our hotel
in our
room?
fucking hotel room?
You said you went back to the cart.
That's true.
No.
Anyway.
You're talking to no one.
You're not parked in the hotel, believe it or not.
Oh,
But we will go ahead and say what you meant was the hotel room, in which case the maid is like, what the fuck?
Fuck out of here, Consuela.
No.
Do we... I mean, I'm not going to give this to you. You have one hand. Do you want to hang on to it, or do you want me to hang on to it?
I wouldn't want to hang on to it anyway.
Anyway.
I don't know how it works.
I will hang on to
You
it.
say
Alright.
don't know how to hang on to things.
So, you now have
Well-
a scroll of charm person and a scroll of command.
Maybe you should keep one of them.
Which one would you rather I keep?
I'll keep charm person.
Okay, doke.
Just thinking of Igneas like pulling out the scroll. Do you think I succeed?
No!
Trolli, you get a text.
Cha-ching.
It's from a number you don't recognize.
What does the text say?
You open it?
Yes.
It says, be sure to check out our fondue page. Our fondue book page.
Delete the text.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, now I got spam texts. I knew I shouldn't give him my number.
You gave them your number?
I had to join some reward program to get a discount on everything.
Oh.
It's kind of dumb I don't just get the discount.
Oh, wait, I'm trying to get a sponsor here.
So are we headed straight to... I almost call it Taco Palace. What the fuck is it
What the
called?
fuck is wrong with
What?
you?
Where did that come?
Because they're called tea. I don't know.
Because the things begin with a T. I'm assuming what you were gonna say was Takif,
Yes, Taco.
and you turn that into Taco Palace.
Yes.
I mean, I get where the taco comes from,
Anyway. Any fucking way.
Anyway.
Are we headed straight there, or are we hanging around?
but... Well, we did all the shopping we need, so we may as well just head there.
Might as well see what's going on over there.
Nothing left to do here.
Alright, let's strap up Milky Way.
Alright, I can lead the way.
Alright, so you guys exit the inn, strap up Milky Way, get in your car, head on the road. You know where you're going. You've never been to Takif, but you know where it is. You might have passed through it once or twice. It's about a day's travel. Nothing really happens on the road to the Empire because the Empire is... Every now and then you pass like a guard. There's no real risk of like highway robbery here.
Right.
And in the evening, you get to Takif.
So how's it looking?
Pretty small town, not all too different from Ilkdud. It's kind of like Ilkdud with a different aesthetic.
It's just
maybe,
like home.
Maybe twice the size, but Ilkdud's pretty small, so this place is still pretty small.
It feels just like home.
There's like one or two like really small shops. There's an inn. There are some less than savory people wandering around by the looks of it, but none of them seem to be paying you any real mind.
Right.
We should probably make sure we can get a room at the inn real quick.
Right. So, I'll just... There's no parking at this inn. It's just...
There's a couple carts like hanging out outside, just kind of like, yeah, parked here. Like,
Cool. I guess I'm leaving my cow outside.
where are you guys going? What's happening?
A little smooch on the forehead and
Oh yeah,
chin rubs.
More.
Let's head inside.
She nods at a horse. The horse is like,
Kit's gonna like pat her on the back and be like, kill anyone who tries to steal you, and just leave.
will do.
Like, I glance at you for like a second. I'm like all the worried little look on my face. I'm like, okay, let's hope for the best.
Milky Way can defend herself.
Not what I was referring to.
Okay.
I was hoping the town could defend itself.
Yeah, she's gonna murder this town. You heard the way she was talking.
I didn't hear what she said.
No, I mean like overall.
Uh,
Everything built up to this.
That's the problem. That's I think a difference between you and I. See, you're used to talking to her the way that she talks. I'm used to talking to her when I can understand actually what those moves mean.
I just didn't think she was so scary. Anyway.
She is.
Am I scary?
You're beautiful. Another kiss on the forehead.
Yes. Well, agreed.
As if I understood that.
I'm quite gorgeous.
We'll go
I
inside.
am the apple of Peepaw's eye.
Go inside. I'll lead the way.
Okay. So you guys enter this inn.
I'm
It's-
definitely not going first.
It's we haven't really established what day of the week it is, but I'm going to say it's a weekday.
Mhm.
It's 10 p.m. But because it's a weekday, it's not like crazy busy or anything. But there are a few people at the bar. 1 or 2 people are like at a table eating food. At the bar is a rock golem, and I don't mean sitting at the bar. I mean running the bar. And everybody roll me a perception check. What'd you roll?
8.
26.
19.
Okay. What you two notice, you're a little thrown off by the fact that here in the Empire, the bartender is a golem. You two hear like a and as you glance where the noise came from, you see somebody with a bunch of shit on the floor next to them, but they're sitting at a table, and they seemed to, the second you walked in, turn their back to you.
That was a little weird, don't you think?
Yeah, you saw that too?
Mm-hmm. Think we should go say something?
Maybe? I'm not sure if it's our business or not.
Oh, it's my business.
What's happening?
You stay right here with Igneas. I'm going. You said it's a regular table that he's sitting at, right? I'm gonna go to the other side and.
The other side is in to get in front of him?
Yeah.
Every time you start to, like, he will just keep rotating to keep his back to you.
I'm just gonna, like, watch this happening, like...
Okay, so the second I get to the other side, he turns back. I'm like, alrighty then. So I'll just stand next to him like this. Like, sir, can I help you?
Nope.
I'm sorry, I couldn't quite hear you with you mumbling like that.
He says nothing.
Can I help you?
I have done nothing to be bullied by you again,
Oh
ma'am.
my goodness. Thank you.
Gitchy's just here. You showed up.
Why are you here?
I wonder? Gitch wonders?
Wait, is that Gitch
Yeah,
over there?
Kit's gonna walk over. Please stop bullying this man.
It's just fucking Gitch.
What do you
Do
mean?
not just say just Gitch.
You tried to take my first kiss. And they got mad. No! And they got mad
Well,
at
is
me.
it still your first kiss?
Yes!
Wait, really?
Don't you dare. I still have my first
Why
kiss.
you give her look? You go kiss other boys?
Oh my
Not
goodness.
kiss Gitch?
Oh
you know,
my goodness.
She's taken, okay?
I'm
She
taken.
has-
No,
my,
she's not.
My
She
bad.
should be.
My bad.
What?
My bad. Gitch did not know. Gitch is bad.
She
Gitch
has
is bad.
somebody.
Who am I taken by?
Fudge.
Anyway, so what? What are you doing here?
Gitch wonders.
He's a
Gitch
merchant.
sells. You buy? He points to like a pile of stuff on the floor.
I don't have any money. Y'all can buy something.
What do
What do
you
you
have?
have?
Oh, Gitch has things. Gitch has things. See, the weird part is that like this was supposed to happen, so going from one silly shopping to the next feels a little weird. But there's a specific one in this one that I'm kind of cheating to make my life easier, so it's fine. Gitch has things. Gitch has things.
What do you have?
You said you not buy,
I don't have money to buy.
so you know ask what Gitch have. Gitch showed you anyway. Okay. Number one. He holds up a little vial, and it has a really bright pink liquid in it. Potion of Gitch. Gitch brew, all by Gitch self.
What does it do?
Heals.
For how much?
That's a very meta question. I don't know numbers for this.
How good am I gonna feel after I take it?
As good as Geach.
Which is
As-
a lot.
wait,
I assume.
now-
Is it
hold
equivalent to an existing health potion, or more, less?
No.
Anyway, how much is it?
Wait, hold on. Let me speak. Let me ask you this. As good as Gitch before we got here? Or as good as Gitch when Gitch was being bullied?
Before is 2 gold. You buy?
It's only 2 gold.
It's only 2
May as
gold,
well.
I suppose.
Who
I'll
buy?
pay 2 gold.
Alright, you see a potion of Gitch. You heal for 6. Whenever you drink it, not right now.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, is that how good Gitch feels? He heals for 6.
He's a commoner.
Yeah, he's a normal fucking guy. He's retired.
But if it's just a flat 6,
Yeah, it's just a flat 6.
I mean, like, that's not the worst.
Right.
You shove that shit down your throat when you're dying.
Okay. Next one. Now, Geach, before Geach met all of you, traveled to a place, I don't know if you know it, it's called Ilkdad. Lots of cows.
I know.
Lots of cows. So, Geach had a plan. Geach sell them cow armor instead of horse armor. It's horse armor for cows. You can turn into cow. You buy
How much?
30 gold.
We should.
Well, look at everything else he's got
in
first.
a non-meta way, what's the protection value?
Yes.
How about we look at what else he's got first before you
Okay,
decide on
okay,
something?
Okay. Well,
We'll keep that one in
well,
mind.
this is still an option. And he takes a Polaroid of himself. 50 gold.
Now it's sounding better to me, actually. I would like to get that.
You want a picture of Gitch in your fucking
Who
wall?
does not want a picture of Gitch?
Eh?
Why you bully Gitch? Why you bully Gitch?
Anyway,
Let's see what else he has.
how much gold do y'all have?
She has 43 and I have 40.
Yeah.
Gitch's bow.
Is it the same bow as last time?
No. This is the one. This is the one Gitch uses.
What would you use after that? Never mind.
You buy?
Do you have
How
anything
much?
else? That's
Uh,
not your personal belongings?
well, this one's kind of mine. I made it all by myself. Okay, so he holds up his wrist. And there's a bracelet on it. I'm just going to narrate with a lot of meta. This is Gitch's anti-bully bracelet. So whenever a bully is present, this bracelet, it has to be worn on the left wrist, can only be worn by small humanoids, and increases their AC by 2 if a bully is present.
How much?
It does
is
not fit your wrist, then it's too small for you.
How much is it?
How much gold do you have?
I have 0 gold. How much is it?
We have no use for that. It can't go on
Shut
my
up!
wrist. It can't go on hers.
It can literally only go on hers.
Oh.
This is just me trying to compensate for Holly having a drastically lower
misunderstood.
AC
I thought-
than you guys.
I thought you were trying to say that it couldn't fit on hers, like because bear or whatever.
I mean, let's compare and contrast. What is the bear armor compared to +2 AC?
The cow armor.
The cow armor.
Which would go on Milky Way, not you.
Oh. Well, I
You
can
can
turn
use it
into
for
a cow.
yourself if you
Anyway.
want. If you want a cow with stat block, but you have really high AC, okay.
Anyway,
Listen, okay, I'm just gonna fully meta here.
I know it's for me.
It's for you. You can bully him to get it for free. I'm just trying to compensate for your pitifully low AC because you're not a tank. Well, you are, but
I'm
it's
not.
getting very hard for me to balance combat when it's like, I could just wipe the floor with Holly. I do have to put in effort for them, though. So I'm just trying to, like,
I
listen,
understand.
come on. Like,
I understand. How much is it?
he's 20 gold.
Here.
Oh, you
I'm
buy.
not gonna bully this man again.
Whoa. You can't wear this, but here you go.
I'll fucking take that shit.
It's just a rustic bracelet.
Put it on my
And it
watch.
has a little picture of Gitch like this on it. No bully.
I'll have to update a card. If you have the card.
How much was your bow?
49 gold.
What's special about it?
It's mine.
Oh.
Does anyone here want a bow?
No.
I think Igneas really wanted that Polaroid for some reason.
I can't find the bully's card. I had it. Oh wait, no, that's Koi's. I just saw Druid.
Steady bully.
Bully. Druids known for bullying.
Just kidding.
Druids are known bullies. I just. It's very hard to make a threat for the two of you without outright killing Holly. And I understand Holly's a druid, but it's different when it's like.
When there's only 3 parts.
When there's only 3 and like.
We can't do like a formation.
Well, it also
Yeah.
sucks up my berry. See if it for don't bark skin is only 11.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like I do a little less damage now, but I also have 19 AC
Right.
as
And,
a
like,
fighter.
I'm not complaining that you guys have super high ACs. It's fun,
It's just
but
that
like
I had 15.
I need to buff hers a little bit. I would rather buff hers than nerf you guys.
Yeah,
So
that's fine.
Yeah.
I have no complaints about this.
Anyway,
that's why
Igneas, did you really want that picture of Gitch? You do
Why
what
do
you
you
want.
want it?
I guess this is an out of character question. Did he not say like the effect that it has?
No, he just was like, or
No, he did actually. He said if you have this, you get
no,
one item.
I said it.
No, yeah.
Gitch
has
did not
said
say it
that.
because it's not like it's not a coupon to him. He'll just be flattered if you flash it out and give you a
okay,
discount.
okay.
He's
Yeah.
not planning on giving you a discount.
I could have sworn he actually told
No.
us.
He
that,
basically
but
showed us. He's like, "Or you can take by this. It's a picture of me."
You like Gitch? You wish to be Gitch's friend?
I do.
You wish to be Gitch's friend?
Yes.
49 gold for picture of Gitch. No lower. It's too valuable.
You only have 43?
Yeah.
I have to borrow gold from you.
You can sell things to Gitch.
Or I could owe you a debt.
I don't have anything about it.
I have a hunting trap I'm not likely to use.
I have a
Would you like a
scimitar.
candle? As a sign of friendship, not to sell.
Sure.
Here you go. We got it from the box of cards.
You
Nice
get
candle.
things from cards?
Well, I got the wagon, didn't I?
You get more things?
A few, including a person.
Oh, Gitch does not believe in slavery.
Not as a slave, just a person came out as a
If there
card.
was a person trapped in there.
Oh,
The one who was speaking.
Gitch understands now.
He's now free to do as he
Gitch
wishes.
understands.
We-
Gitch does not understand.
How much would you buy my scimitar for? It's a perfectly good scimitar.
Yeah. That depends. Does it come with the keys?
No, it does not.
Okay, then Gitch will
Apparently,
buy.
I'm taken.
Gitch will buy for 10 gold.
Can I put that toward whatever the picture Igneas wants?
Yes.
Oh, there you go. You can buy the thing if you want.
I will do that.
Okay, here's remaining 4 gold for you, and here for you, my friend. is a signed picture of Gitch.
Signed.
He flips it over and slides it across the table to you. Like,
Could be worth something someday.
I'll tuck it among my things.
When Gitch is a
It's a sign of
famous
y'all's
merchant
friendship.
across the land.
It's a sign of y'all's friendship.
You are my friend. You are Gitch's friend. Wow. What is your name?
Igneas.
Igneas. You are Gitch's friend.
Or Iggy for short is easier.
Iggy. Yes.
Iggy.
I'm Gitch.
I know. Thank you for the photo.
Are you staying at the inn today?
Yes.
Did you end up going to Nonpareilles?
Yes. Made big gold.
Very good. I'm happy for you.
I have less things to sell, which is why my wares today are not as exciting as last time. Definitely not because my whole purpose here is to buff her AC.
Well, I'm gonna head to bed.
Okay, good night. Good night, bully girl.
Good night. And then I'm gonna go.
Why does she?
fire alarm.
Why does bully girl sound so mad at me whenever she speaks? What does Gitch do?
Try to take my motherfucking.
I don't understand how she is taken and Gitch is widowed. It does not make sense.
Well, that means...
Injustice in this world.
Well, now hold on. If you're widowed, that means you were taken at one point.
Yes,
And married, which is more than she can say.
That's true.
true. Gitch does not really want to kiss her. Gitch is just playing game.
Bullying?
Gitch, you're not here. You're not here. Gitch just wants to know he still got it.
Oh my god.
Well, she is only 19.
You kiss Gitch?
I...
Do you have lips?
No.
You don't have lips.
I do not.
He does not have lips.
Okay.
Could if you wanted, I guess, but I don't know why you wouldn't.
Oh,
Well, we're going to go secure a room as well. Don't go burning that candle at both ends.
good night, my friends. I may be gone by the time you wake up.
Pleasant travels.
More selling things. I definitely was not here as the escape route for the DM to balance combat easier. By no means.
I don't know what that means.
Goodbye for now. And then he goes back to
Safe travels.
Very cool.
he's just sitting at the table, like eating food now and then.
Thank you, Gitch. Very cool.
Thank you, Gage. Very cool. You know, there's always a bully around the wrist brace. Or should I say there's a wrist brace around the bully?
Photo.
I did put that as an item, the anti-bully bracelet.
Get
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Yeah.
parentheses signed.
So nice to have 17 AC.
Yeah, it's Is it balanced? No. Well, balanced or a party of 3, sure. Because if it was like
Party of 5.
party of 5 where they had normal ACs and like shit like that, okay, yeah, it makes sense that you have a lower one. But in a party of 3,
Yeah.
it's getting kind of hard to justify. Like,
It's purely
Putting me down
because
so
we
easy.
can't really
Yeah.
do team formations. We can't do proper comp.
yeah, so
Right.
I'm just trying to make it a little easier on y'all. Plus, you still have the lowest, so.
I know.
You have the same as me if I put my shield down.
Yeah. So, the 3 of you can go to the person running the inn tonight, which is the Rock Golem, and if you want to ask for him, you can. If you want to talk to him, you can. Whatever you want to do. You know sometime tomorrow is when Fudge will arrive.
I might talk to the Rock Golem a little bit.
I was going to, yeah.
Together, or?
Together is
We
fine.
can do together.
So you both go up to the bar, and the Rock Golem sizes you up and down, nods to you. Anything I can get the 2 of you?
Can we get a room, please, separately?
I was going to question before that final word. Yes.
Thank you.
One we can share and then one for her separate. Would be fine.
I don't need a bed.
How long have you been here, sir?
And just saves on money.
Couple years.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How's life in the Empire treating you?
You know, when you're one of my kind, it gets a little tough now and then. But
I've seen a few things already with...
you know, talk of being a smaller town, it's not quite as bad. It's mostly the bigger cities that have problems like that. It's been okay. The Sturdy Foot and I, we've been going for a while.
Very nice.
And when he says 30 foot, he just gestures to the building around him.
So you own
You
the inn?
started this?
Well, yeah,
Well, congratulations.
thank you. You know, I just wanted to get off the island. You know,
Well, I understand that.
make a life for myself. You know, and sturdy as I might be, it leads to me being a bit stubborn. I didn't want the lifestyle choices of a lot of people here in the Empire to stop me doing what I wanted to do, and
Right.
I ended up here.
Well, very nice.
Brave of you to do it here and not, say, Nonparelis or some other...
No, I know, but I figured the Empire with its big cities sometimes the smaller towns like this tend to get a little ignored. So, as much as some of the people here might not like me, might not like you, you know, a little bit of a stimulation to this small economy going on here would be appreciated. And in the short term, there was definitely some hiccups, but, you know, I think you'll find a lot of the people here in the Empire, they're not evil, you know, they just have some outdated views now and then, and if you show them you really are worth something and not just some dumb rock, they tend to come around after a while. No one here in Takif is much like that anymore unless they're traveling.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Do you get many travelers that harass you?
Oh, no.
You should be really proud of yourself.
I am.
You seem to have done quite well.
Going on 80 good years. Here's
80.
hoping for another... That's how old I am. Here's hoping for another forever of good years, I guess.
80 is pretty young from what I know, right?
Yeah, I mean, older than any of you, that's for
Well,
sure.
That's
but
true.
relatively, you know.
For a golem, it is young.
Yes.
And I think that's what allowed me to have the confidence to come here in the first place, you know.
And what's your name, Bitsy?
That's Raglius is my
I gave
name.
you this whole time to think of a name.
Raglius is my name.
Well, very nice to meet you, Regulus.
Thank you. Nice to meet you too, man.
Well, when you have that much longer ahead of you, you could make this a really successful business with that much time and investment.
So far, it's plenty successful.
You can make it even more so if you wanted.
Yeah. I mean, I've already been hiring a few people as of late, so...
For what?
I didn't really have any openings, but she rolled in a day or two ago, a little beat up, just needed work, looked a little panicked, so she's just been helping me out. She's cleaning in the back room now, but she's nice.
Okay.
I hope she manages to get back on her feet soon. My point here being, things are going pretty well.
Do you know anything about the new Count?
I've heard he's, you know, taking his rightful place.
Haven't heard nothing else?
I mean, praise the Count, don't get me wrong, you know. And he also tends to be pretty fair about golems from what I've heard, so, in the past couple of days. We'll see,
I have a very odd question. How much do you hear about stuff from inside the big city?
quite a bit. I mean, guards come through pretty often, you know what I mean? There was an odd little pause where they weren't really swinging by, but...
when was that?
A week-ish ago. I'm assuming they were all busy, like, inaugurating the son of the previous count.
Right.
Well, noticed anything weird about the guards themselves over the last few days?
I try not to pay them too much mind. Like I said, you know, people from the big cities tend to be a little... so if I can avoid needing the guards, I tend to.
Understandable.
Makes sense.
Big enough to handle any disputes in here on my own. And again, now I've got helping hands back there. She looks plenty capable on her own.
Oh, that's good.
She's got a sharp tongue on her.
Who is she?
My new hire?
Oh, I hope she's treating you well.
She is.
It sounds like y'all need each other.
I think she needs someone.
Yeah.
Well, how much for the rooms?
Well, tell you what, you guys are really nice. I do have one room that's more like a small place to stay. So if you guys want to, let a golem look out for a golem. It's really more like 3 rooms together.
All right.
So if you guys want, I'll charge you as if it were a normal room.
I would appreciate that.
That's very kind of you.
All right, that'll be a gold.
I've already taken a gold on my thing, so.
No, okay.
I'll let you know already. If I ever want to recommend anyone a place to stay around here, I'm recommending this place first.
Thanks, it means a lot.
Thank you.
That's the second time I've heard that, so it's always good to have travelers say that, because obviously people here in town live here. But
Oh,
Right.
where are you from again? Are you from the garden or?
Oh, yes, I only came to the mainland, how long ago now? like this has to have been like 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Interesting. All right. Well, I suppose if anyone from the garden ever feels like traveling, which you and I both know doesn't happen very often, they're welcome. Now I've got the garden variety bog under my belt, so
Well,
I just got to make some contacts in the coastlands and the court, and I'll have a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
well, I actually am not sure if I'm going to go all the way back to the garden after my stay here. I enjoyed my time in the court.
Okay, well, if you ever want to stick around here for a bit, I'm a big believer in golems looking out for golems, especially where we are now. So, if you ever need a place to stay or want to work, make a couple gold, me and my friend are more than happy to.
Do you need any work done tomorrow?
I do, and I'm not sure she'll be able to handle it by herself. So, depending on how she fares, I will let you know.
I'll be up early.
Do you know of anywhere I might be able to do a little bit of combat training? I just recently got a new arm, and I kind of work it out a little.
I can throw a potato sack out back.
Oh, I don't want to destroy any of your produce. I just meant if there was any place like guards may gather and have some training area or something.
I mean, not really. Not in this small town, unfortunately.
No, I'll
thank you anyway.
spar with you if you want.
Thank you.
What time is it?
By now, you guys got there around 10. You were talking to Gish, you're talking to him, let's say 11.
Before we head on to bed, mind if I get a refreshment? Maybe water or lemonade or something like that?
Sure, yeah, I can do that. I can mix a few things. She's really good at mixing drinks. If you want like a drink. How old are you?
I'm not enough for like a drink.
Okay, never mind.
No, I'm sorry. That's why I'm
you
asking
seem very
for, like-
mature for your age.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
The mistake has
not
been
quite.
made before.
I'm only 19.
When was the mistake made before?
Well,
She was offered alcohol while we
She's-
were traveling through the donut plains.
Oh, it's legal in the... Well, it's
Well, yeah.
legal in the
I
donut
still
place.
didn't drink anything.
Okay, good to know.
Not just like-
Sure.
Anyway.
Yeah, what do you want? Water? Just,
Water or lemonade, whichever.
that's two separate things. I don't...
Lemonade, please.
Okay.
Do you have pink lemonade?
What other kind is there? He
There's
brings you some pink lemonade.
Right, okay, yeah. Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
well, what
I
about
mean,
blue
y'all,
lemonade?
you can drink if you like.
I don't drink anymore.
Well, come on.
Do you want anything?
Do you have blue lemonade?
No.
Darn.
I have pink lemonade.
Can we get him a drink?
Yeah, does he want, like, something mixed? Or
Like a good drink.
something mixed?
Yes.
Or, okay. I'm going to have... It's kind of hard, because I don't know what to give him.
I'm not gonna drink, Trolli.
Why not? You need to relax.
I'm a little burnt out on drinking.
You alright there, son?
Last time I drank, I didn't have the most pleasant of experiences.
Ah.
It was a lot. We were talking and I was drinking as well.
Really?
Yes.
Did it affect you?
We had very, very strong alcohol.
Ah, gotcha. Wow, that's pretty impressive. I've never seen alcohol that strong.
Well, plus I've never drank before that.
Yeah, but you and I, being golems, we tend to not get affected by it ever. So that's impressive. Pretty impressive.
I will take one of those lemonades, though, if that's all right.
Sure thing, yeah.
Just around the lemonades.
Did you want anything?
Oh, the lemonade as well.
Okay. You guys really like lemonade.
I'm trying to get
Sounded
this girl
good.
out of here.
Wait, what?
No, Holly, just out of character. I'm trying to meet this cute girl that's helping him.
Did you really expect Kit to want to drink?
So hold on. So when he's... Oh, right, but you can't because you can't get alcohol.
I can't get
Right.
alcohol. Anyway.
Wait, if that's the case, then I can order something.
You know, I'm not going to say whether or not the girl has any real relevance.
I just want to know.
Yeah, this is getting real meta real quick.
I just
fair
want to know
enough.
if she's a fucking cutie. That's all. She sounds scared.
Would you like to know? I will definitively tell you if she's a cutie or not. If she comes out.
Is she like Mary level
I
kind
don't
of
know.
cutie?
I don't know.
Never mind. then, I guess?
If you want to order a drink, you can.
Okay.
But we're tiptoeing a line here.
We can just go to bed.
You seemed to like, essentially vodka last time you had it, in case you just liked the taste.
Can you spike this with vodka?
Sure.
Okay.
I'm good at the simple stuff like that. If you want anything fancy, I'm gonna have to.
Okay. Can you spike this with vodka in a fancy way?
So after
Just order a screwdriver.
After Igneas orders a screwdriver,
Can I pet that girl? Look, you said it was gonna be a short session. I'm trying to drag this out.
No, here's what. This is only funny to me because like you guys were gonna meet her, like.
I know. That's why I'm like, what do you? This is clearly going to be something we meet later, and you're meeting her tomorrow
Anyway.
because you're working with her.
Anyway,
Okay,
no, it's fine. Okay, so our friend
just trying to
here,
have fun.
he pokes his head in the kitchen and he's like, "Hey, I'm good at giving out rums and simple drinks. The whole fancy menu has started since the day you got here." And you hear like a, right. And out walks a cutie who you recognize to be Beth.
Fucking Beth?
Yeah. Oh, are you saying that in character?
Yes.
Oh, God.
Beth, how are you? What are you doing
Well-
out here?
She looks pretty roughed up.
What happened?
Sweetheart, what is wrong? What happened?
Well, you guys left, and
Left is a strong word.
Brushed out, more like it.
right. And then the Bohemian came back.
Did he do something to you?
Yeah.
What happened, honey? We can talk.
Have you seen Fudge?
I have talked to him.
Good. Okay. I spoke to him the other day. He's coming here. I don't know if you were aware.
Yeah. What happened exactly?
Are the other girls all right?
Do you want to talk about it somewhere else?
I'd rather just leave it alone, if that's okay. I just needed a place to go.
We'll get the answers from Fudge.
Okay. It's a pleasure to I'm glad the three of you are okay.
I'm really happy to see you.
For the most part.
Right. She lifts her shirt a little bit and there's some bandages there. Right.
I'm really happy to see you.
I'm happy to see the three of you too.
I hope you're liking it here.
It's nice. I came here because Fudge had mentioned being here once or twice when he was younger, and I haven't seen my family in years, so this was the only place I really knew of outside of Variety Bog, and I can't really stay there right now.
Right.
So, here.
Well, I'm not going to take up too much more of your time.
And as you guys are talking, she's mixing that drink for you.
Yeah.
There you go.
You need any help with anything, please let us know.
Oh, I will. I'm okay. There's just a lot going on right now.
Yes, there is.
I take it. I take it you might still be feeling that hangover, right?
Yeah.
And you as well. Mighty strong alcohol.
No, the doc patched me up a little, and he'll kind of nudge the syringe a little bit.
Good. Well, I hope you feel better soon.
So do we.
He's just like, what are you talking about? Hangovers last a day, to my understanding, at most.
When you're as old as me,
And with as strong as
Hits a
alcohol as
little
that
harder.
was.
I suppose I don't know. I don't have it.
that's why I don't drink anymore.
Shame you guys didn't bring any to share.
Yeah, it's a shame.
I didn't want it anymore.
Anyway, I grabbed your room key for you, and he hands it to Igneas.
Fair enough.
I'll take it.
It's
You guys-
golem sized.
You guys have a good night.
Well,
Thank you.
very much.
You too.
Take care, Beth.
See you in the morning.
Mm.
And we'll go up to our room. Our
I just want to see
shared rooms, our almost mini apartment, apparently.
It's pretty much a mini apartment.
Okay.
It's pretty much its own floor. Like
It's got like a few accommodations.
there's like the tavern floor, the inn floor, and then like
The
floor
penthouse.
that's an apartment.
Okay.
Okay.
We go to our room. I'm assuming we go to bed or something.
Yeah.
It's up to you guys.
Did anyone?
Make sure I get that text from Dot.
Oh, you're right.
My good night text.
Yeah.
I'm still alive.
Oh yeah,
text.
good night. I was asleep when your text woke me up.
My good night. I'm still alive text.
And then aren't you supposed to get one from Fudge as well?
Did I start doing that with him?
I thought you did at least the morning ones. I didn't know if you were doing the night ones as well.
I will text him and tell him that we made it to the inn of Taco Palace.
You'll get a text back a few minutes later of like, I'm good. I will be there. I'm not sure when, but I will be there tomorrow.
And then, yeah, okay.
Stay safe till then.
Sure will. Then, yeah, I'm done with my night.
Okay.
Making sure all the people are safe.
I am also done.
I'll probably be almost immediately settling down to rest.
Kid will actually sleep.
Okay. So you all just go to bed.
I pick a room and go to bed.
Okay.
I pick a corner and I sit.
You see Green Ma.
Nope.
Oh.
Green Ma's not there.
No green law this time.
Nope. You haven't seen Green Ma in a little bit. You haven't seen Green Ma since Choco, which was now. This is the third night since then. So she skipped a night and she's not there tonight either.
Okay.
Trolli, as you're going to bed, roll me a perception check.
You hear thunder in the distance.
16.
You, for a split second, like, think you see something flitter past your window, but like to such a small degree that you're like, it was a bat or something, and then you. Yeah.
Okay. Holly's a paranoid person, but she's not, so it's...
Yeah.
Alright, then I'm assuming you go to bed.
She'll probably draw the curtains, because, I don't want to fucking open-ass
Fuck
window.
off!
Draw the curtains, make sure the window's locked, I guess, but, I'm not sleeping with the fucking curtains undone. Fuck
Right.
that shit.
Okay. So you guys sleep pretty peacefully through the night. Kit, roll me a con save.
13.
Your stomach hurts really bad today. And it's not like can't stand up, can't talk. Okay. It feels like you haven't eaten in the past 2 days. Like it's like
Right.
you're not starving, but you're fucking hungry.
Right.
But it's not literal hunger. It's just that kind of pain.
Right. I got hunger pains without the hunger.
Yeah.
Mm.
You all wake up. I'm gonna say you're essentially in the penthouse, so they let you sleep in. It's like 10:30 in the morning.
Well, I had said I was going to be up early.
True. How early did you want to get up?
Like the 6 hours after we go to bed.
Okay.
Or maybe 8. We went to bed at like 11 something.
Mm-hmm. Because what time of the morning are you going to go see what you can do?
Right. Like 6:30 is what I was trying to
Okay. So what do you do at 6:30?
get up and try to quietly leave.
Okay. Roll me a stealth check with disadvantage.
Well, I sleep in the Gumption house. I can sleep through nothing.
That's true.
That's
everything.
true.
That's
But I
true.
sleep lightly, so.
Yeah. No, I'm not. Okay. To be more accurate, roll 2. It's not with disadvantage, just roll 2. And tell me one by one.
Oh, okay. 9 and a 17. Wait, those are both +3. So that's a soft 20, and that's a 12.
You get disturbed a little bit, like, fucking, you sleep like a fucking baby.
Nice.
This is quieter than, like, Dot has been on, like, a really bad morning for her.
I wake up, my stomach hurts. Oh, fuck that. And I go back to bed.
Yeah. This sucks. So you successfully make it out of the apartment.
And down the stairs.
Roll a stealth check with disadvantage.
Hey, I'm trying to sleep over here.
That is a 7.
You hear a lot of, like, what the fuck? From, like, almost every room that's occupied on this floor.
God damn.
You're still one floor above the tavern.
So you're gonna make me do it again?
Are you still trying to be stealthy?
All good.
If my only choice is to roll to be quiet or not
You're
be
fucking
quiet,
huge. Like,
then yeah, I'm gonna roll.
alright, roll disadvantage.
10.
Okay. As you make it down to the tavern, there's no one there. Because it's way too early for them to even be open. However, at the bar is Beth, and she gives you like a... And she's cleaning a few glasses.
Is there anything you need help with this morning?
Yes. There's a few crates of liquor that should be sitting outside in the back. Could you bring them into the kitchen?
What kind of liquor?
The alcoholic kind?
Okay, I'll go.
I understand your wariness, but we ordered it. This is just a resupply for the kitchen. It's just me and you here, so we don't have to...
Okay.
She's got, like, slight bags under her eyes, like... She's just doing her job, Igneas. Wait, that would turn into a real one.
Yes. Okay. I'll help with, like, bringing in the... They probably come in, like, big cases or something. Yeah, like...
Yeah. Then she just kind of, like,
Get up and pee.
has, like, a clipboard, and she's, like, checking off. Like, all right, we got that.
I'm trying to make sure to stack them, like, orderly, you know.
She kind of, like, rubs her temples for a second. She's like, this isn't quite as exhilarating as secretary at a nightclub, but thankfully for me, I'm quite adept at paperwork. And mixing drinks.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it helps. So how have you been in the past few days? Hopefully the Empire hasn't been too rough on you.
Not as bad as it could be.
Yeah?
We've only come across a few troublesome people. And even then, it hasn't been the worst.
That's good. How are you handling being sick? Roll me a quick history check.
Why did I roll 2?
I figured the first one was a mistake.
Yeah, same.
I'll do it again, just... Okay. 7.
Okay. It's a super low DC. Just to be clear, outside of, like, Green Maw, you haven't really had any, like...
Right, I knew
side.
that.
I just wanted to remind you, like, you're not dealing with what he's dealing with.
I know. So what I'll respond with is, I haven't felt too bad. It hasn't been that bad. I'm more worried about how Kid's doing.
Why is that?
Well, I don't know, sometimes he...
Not that I'm not worried about it, but...
Well, it seems to be affecting him more than me.
Well, I guess that makes some level of sense. I mean, I've personally never met a golem with the heat before.
You have.
Well, right, but that just stands to reason that I guess golems are affected a much different way
They are.
than we are. I mean, I don't know what that effect would be, if there's even an effect, but you know, it's...
There is.
Yeah? What's that?
Oh, you haven't been told about this part?
No.
Oh.
The only other golem I've met with the heat was Bohemian, who cut my stomach in half, and we didn't really talk about what he was dealing with.
Oh,
so
he didn't tell you his whole... Okay.
no, he just murdered all my friends.
I'm really sorry.
Sorry, I don't mean to be so grim. It's just I'm processing it in a lot of ways.
I can imagine. But did you at least... Were you told what it actually is?
Not really, no.
Okay. So then, this is a long explanation, and I don't know how much of it I really want to do in character, but I'll explain kind of step by step. Like, well, first of all, it's not really a virus.
Mm-hmm.
You know? The point about, like, how it comes from the planet, it comes from, like, the rock garden.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, why it does what it does.
Okay. She's like, oh, okay. I mean, that's a lot. But, okay.
So because that's how it works, more or less, it's different for us, I guess.
Right. Well, at least we know it's not, like, super contagious. I mean, it is, you know, like, saliva and whatever, but, like, you're not going to cough on me, and I'm going to, you know, not that you've been, yeah.
We're instilling a mask mandate.
I can't cough.
I didn't know that. I didn't know you couldn't cough. I guess you can't cough.
How would I?
How would you eat or drink?
I don't know.
Well, I'm sorry that... I'm sure it's still scary.
It is.
And I'm sorry you have to deal with that.
I still don't know how it's gonna end up in my case, even if I'm not feeling it like Kit is.
Right. And I'm sorry I don't run... Well, nobody runs the club now, but I, you know, effectively help manage it, and I can't help but feel partly responsible that slipped under our noses.
That's not your fault.
Even so, I'm still sorry.
It's not even Fudge's fault.
Right.
But
Well.
nonetheless, I appreciate it.
Anyway, Ragley has set this aside for you, and she hands you a bag of 30 gold. Thanks for helping out this morning.
No problem.
It would have taken me a lot longer to move this on my own. I'm strong, but I'm not. Yeah.
Huge.
Yeah.
And I kind of got cut in half.
Yeah, I'm kind of.
And you're not doing too well. You shouldn't be lifting heavy things.
Yeah. No big deal. Ragley's helps out. I actually don't stay here. He's given me a room at his home, which is really nice of him. Helps me with my wounds and stuff. Kind of the, as depressing as this might be, kind of the same protective figure Bohemian's been for a long time. But ideally, you know, not one who's gonna try to kill me. So, you know. Do you have any idea where he might have gone?
Where Bohemian might have gone?
Yeah, when I came to, he was already gone.
I wish I had a good idea. Maybe the garden.
I don't know,
But I really don't have any... I don't
Certainly-
have a lead on that.
certainly isn't helping me sleep at night knowing that he could be anywhere, you know?
That's a good point.
Scary. Anyway, we gotta open in a bit, so I'm gonna go do that.
Okay.
By the time you're done helping her and talking to her, they open at 9. And that'll be, I'll say that's around the time you guys will wake up. Right? So, you have no concept of when Fudge is arriving.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything you want to do today?
I'll just kind of explore the town, I suppose.
Okay. There's a few
No.
There's a few small shops here and there. There's a few thugly looking people, you know what I mean, but nothing from the order. Like,
Fucking Goliath on them.
no, you can look at them and immediately realize, like, because since you used to live that kind of life, like, yeah, you get up to some shady activity, but you're not, like...
You're just a punk-ass kid.
You're a punk-ass kid. You're not some kind of organized crime. But there isn't much to do. There, you know, there's a theater that currently isn't showing any plays.
Okay.
That's it. That's the entertainment.
In that case, because I assume walking around probably does not help his stomach. If it doesn't, he's just going to go back to the bar or the tavern, sit at one of the tables, and order some food.
Walking around does help a little bit.
Okay, well then he'll actually just keep walking around.
Okay. Being active is making it still hurts, but you're like soothing it a little
Right.
bit.
Okay. And then
to put it kind of meta-y, you are burning energy.
Right.
That actually makes a lot of sense for why it can creep up on you so fast. Most people, when they're sick, are going to rest.
Yeah. Yeah, in that case, if he notices that activity is helping, he'll kind of like find a place to like jog around.
Okay. There is a park. It's got like a play set there, and there's also just like a ring to go for a jog.
Okay. He'll just jog around the ring a few times.
Okay. I was gonna make a joke, but no. I was gonna be like, yeah, as you're jogging, there's another Choclatin who just looks perfect in every way, and he'll occasionally be like, on your left, and just get right. But that's silly. So.
The second you hesitated, I was like, it's on your left.
On your right, and he bumps my fucking pocky arm.
Ah, fuck! You smite. What were you gonna say?
Something stupid.
What?
In the tavern, in the inn, / tavern, is there like a little area for, say, like, where I could like play guitar and sing?
Yeah, no, there's like an entertainment stage.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Can I sing like country songs or
They
something?
just opened, so there's no one there, but if you'd like to, then sure.
I'd love to borrow a guitar and just start.
Okay, from who?
Cool.
Avalar shows up.
Not that I'm trying to shoot down your ideas, but I'm beginning to think you didn't fully think
No,
this
I
through.
did not.
You could go to the store and see if you can buy a guitar for 4 gold.
DM, could I buy a guitar for 4 gold?
Answer me this meta question.
Sure thing.
Are you going to multi-class in the Bard?
No.
Then no. If you were trying to be like, I'm going to multi-class in the Bard and I want to incorporate it into my roleplay, yes.
It's literally just that she comes from a tiny little southern town.
Tell you what, you can't buy a guitar for 4 gold.
Can I rent a guitar?
But you certainly can buy the things to make a gimped homemade guitar with 3 strings.
Oh.
A band. You can make a banjo. You can buy the stuff to make a banjo.
But can you make it?
Do you have proficiency with the banjo?
Kit certainly knows tinkering tools. If you want a cruddy looking homemade banjo, I'll allow it for 4.
Turn into a cheetah. Kid, on your left. I need you to make me a banjo.
Just because that's really cute.
Sure.
Okay.
I will take 4 gold out of my thing.
You buy the necessary things to make a banjo, and now you have them.
I have to go hunt down Kit.
Okay, Kid is jogging circles in the towns.
Just gonna study his little pattern, then stand in the pathway.
He'll just kind of like slow to a stop. Yes?
I need you to do something for me.
Alright.
I hold out like a bucket of the materials, just like a handful. I need you to make me a banjo. You heard me right.
I'll see what I can do.
No questions, just
And
make
he'll
banjos.
just like sit down on a park bench and just be like,
No, what
more
am I
like
supposed to do with these?
Alright.
Give me a...
I slot the little hammer into the slot.
Tinker Tools check is a...
Dex or strength, depending on how.
Give me
I would
a...
say I would say Dex in this.
I would say give me a Dex check. I can't ask you to give me a banjo check, so.
Dex. 13 if it's Dex. I do a lot better with strength.
Sucks. You now are in
Have a
the
shitty
possession
banjo.
of an adequate enough banjo. It's very clearly like homemade.
Very cool.
But doesn't sound okay.
Oh yeah, no, it sounds fine.
Okay.
Tune it
then.
and everything.
Once you tune it, yeah,
Yeah.
it sounds fine.
Okay, well then in that case, that's what's important.
Oh yes, Peapod. All the times Peapod taught me how to tune a guitar.
Oh,
Never
actually,
play.
that's a 15 because I forgot to add my proficiency because I'm proficient in Tinker's tools.
That changes nothing to what I said.
Cool,
but
nice.
if it had been like a nat 20, it would have been like, Kit was born to run a banjo.
Thank you, Kit. You
Kit
go back
just
to driving.
found his calling in life.
sure.
He's quitting the campaign.
I'll play a little tune for you real quick before I go.
I'm gonna keep jogging now.
Have fun.
You can see he's like exhausted, but he's still just jogging.
Okay.
And then, not that I want to sit on the stage, but I want to actually change my thought. I just want to sit like on the outside of the entrance to the inn and just play next to the entrance, maybe to lure people in.
Yeah.
You find a rocking chair.
On the street side.
Every now and then, somebody's like, hey, and like listens for a second. There's sometimes a little kid that like, they, like dance to it a little bit.
Singing some southern song on a banjo.
Yeah.
Like down in Georgia. But on a banjo.
Play Freebird!
Devil's Food Cake down in Georgia, yes.
I'll sing that. Thank
Right.
you.
Yeah, you do that for a little bit. You make a solid 5 gold in tips.
I did not expect to get tipped. I'm did this mostly for fun and to lure people into this cool inn.
I will reward you with a gold for doing something fun.
Yay.
Plus, you wiped your bank account yesterday, and I feel a little bad.
I'm
Okay.
just gonna do that until Fudge shows up, to be honest. 'Cause
Okay.
That's what we're waiting on.
Okay.
Just don't wear out your voice too much.
So the sun goes down.
Ah, cool. I sing all fucking day.
What are you? It's 12 hours later. It's 9 p.m.
Have you heard from Fudge?
I have not. Just
Maybe
gonna
text him.
Shoot a text like, "You good?" ?
You don't get an immediate response.
You said an immediate response. Like how much
How
time?
long do you want to sit there and wait?
I'll wait 5 minutes.
There's nothing within 5 minutes.
Benefit of the doubt. Another 5 minutes. 10 minutes total.
Around minute 9, you get like a, yep.
How close are you?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
I don't know.
Where are you?
I'm not sure.
I'm calling this man.
As soon as you call him, you get like one ring in, and the call gets rejected. And he's like, I will be there soon. Hang tight.
Are you okay?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Are you lying to me?
No. Just being stealthy.
Okay.
I'll be there within the hour. How about that? Technically, I can't promise that, but if it helps you feel better.
I'll be waiting at the end for you.
All right. Make sure you get us a room.
I already did.
Cool. He meant all of you to talk in, but I already did. Ah, cool.
I already got us a room.
He's like trying to be stealthy, but he's like, what?
Please be safe. Yeah.
Okay. Glenn, what are you doing?
She's just gonna stay up till he gets there.
Okay. What are the two of you doing?
She's still sitting out front. with the
I've
fucking
probably
banjo.
been listening, honestly.
Oh, no, I guess I would.
Probably just jogging until I can't anymore.
Okay.
Until my stomach doesn't hurt.
That's not an option.
Okay.
How about roll me a D12?
6.
You jog for 6 hours, and it's just at the point where you like, I gotta fucking shit. Then you jog for another 6, hasn't gotten any better.
Okay. Being that it's getting pretty late, he's gonna try to like. When I did the smite last time, was it fucking loud?
Yeah. No.
Okay.
Like.
He's just gonna like. Is there like a forest nearby, or okay? He's just gonna like go into the forest and then just crack out a smite, and then like.
Okay. So for the sake of lessons, now that this isn't a narrative purely smite, roll me a d4.
4.
You take 40 damage.
Oh my god.
You got the minimum for your cool first time.
I'm near death.
Yeah.
Nice.
And it's not always... Right now, it's 1d4 times 10. Is how much damage you take from smite.
He's just gonna...
That fucking...
Did I, like, cut a tree in half?
Yeah. I'm not gonna make you roll damage. Yeah, you did.
That one hurt a bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then he's gonna, like, walk a little ways through the forest and then exit the forest.
Right.
So he's not just walking away from a large lightning explosion, essentially.
Cool. So as you exit the forest, I'm assuming you're exiting it pretty much onto a path back to town.
Pretty much.
Okay. As you exit it, there is a cart there. It has stopped. And on it are 2 guards. And they, like, look to you and they're like, did you hear that?
It was loud, yes.
What was... Are you okay?
I'm fine.
I mean, you're missing an arm, but...
Well, yes, but I've been missing that for a little bit now.
Right.
There was a big flash of light in the forest. I figured I'd just leave.
Okay. You heading back to Takif?
Mm-hmm.
You want to ride?
Sure.
All right, they, like, one of them scoots over a little bit in the driver's seat and, like, not going to make you ride him back with the cargo. Hop on up with us.
He'll hop up on.
Right? And then they take you back to Takif. As they get to Takif, they do pull up to the inn. And both the officers get off. One heads right inside. The other says, like, you have a good night, Kit, and walks in. And then you start hearing noises from the back of the cart.
In his mind, he's like, there are multiple weird things happening right now. Out of character, I was like, please tell me this is the cart that he's riding in on. He's just gonna deal with the other thing later. What is happening back here? And he's just gonna...
As you turn it, you don't see anything but boxes and barrels. Okay. What do you do?
I'm gonna follow the one that said my name.
As you walk in, at this point they are busier for the night. They seem to have taken off their helmets, so they do kind of just... You're not sure who's who.
Busy listening to me sing for them. Oh my god.
Did you go inside?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so you
Yeah,
guys
once
went
it's, like,
inside, you
actually
took up the
busy in
stage.
there.
At this point, like, there's a number of, like, royal guards in here, but they all have their helmets off, so you can't tell which one is which.
Are any of them wearing like the Midgemaged armor?
All of them are wearing this
Okay.
armor.
He's just gonna... he'll go up to the bar. Is Beth or
Raglius.
Raglius
Raglius is definitely more, but Beth is helping
okay.
when needed.
By chance, you wouldn't have noticed which of these pairs of guards came in last.
Who are you talking to? Raglius?
Yeah, either one.
They're both just kind of like, no, we're very busy. We haven't had a chance to.
Never mind. Thank you.
No problem. Is there anything either one of you wanted to do? You're just playing music?
I'm performing.
I'm listening.
I'm singing, playing, and dancing.
Okay.
I don't know if I've even heard
Like a real
music
gumption.
Everybody roll me a perception check.
I'm good at those.
So Danielle doesn't see anything.
15.
I'm
8.
blind.
You see 8?
18.
18. Okay, you both see Fudge walk in. And he, like, adjusts his hat, like... notices the guards, and he's like... and then notices you. He notices you playing, and he... she's busy. Notices you, and saunters on up to you.
Hello?
Good evening.
It's a distraction.
How are you?
Doing good.
Pleasure
And
to
you?
see you in almost one piece, but you are still missing an arm.
Yeah, a little bit more of one than last time.
Listen, old dog, don't take this the wrong way, but what are the odds of you turning into a monster on me?
Low currently.
Good. And your friend, Iggy?
So far, hasn't seemed to have any outward issues.
Good.
Just the normal hangover.
Right. Tell you what, you guys got a room?
Yeah, follow me.
Cool. I'm assuming they will meet us up there, but I ain't too comfortable being around all these royal guards while being the murderer of the...
We'll get back to that. Raglius here for the room for the night.
Oh, don't worry about it. You guys stay as long as you'd like.
Thank you. And he'll head upstairs.
Okay. And Fudge follows you.
As we get up there with Fudge, I'm just gonna go around and any possible open window, draw curtains closed.
Okay. Is there anything else you do?
He will, just because he's a paranoid person, will say, is there any room that has no windows?
The bathroom.
The bathroom, yeah.
That'd look a little weird if there's anyone watching by chance.
I mean, it's
all
our
the-
room, and it's the safest place with no windows.
True. He'll be like, follow me. And he'll just kind of like,
Oh, kid, this is a little weird, but alright.
he'll close the door. I'm a paranoid person.
Fair enough.
No windows.
Okay.
What all do you know about what's happened at the club?
I did swing by.
In case you didn't see, Beth
saw
is
Beth.
here. She,
She saw me. We exchanged a nod. She looked mighty busy. I will be sure to talk to her later.
she's pretty decently injured, but she looks like she's doing all right.
Well, by default, a lot less injured than everyone else I saw at the club.
Yeah, from what she said, at least that does sound right.
Yeah.
As you can see, obviously, we didn't quite make it out unscathed either.
Understandable. Yeah.
Are you all right?
Well, it's everything I've built for myself in the past 3 years is gone. But besides that, I'm doing pretty okay. What I thought was my best friend was actually a psychopathic murderer. All of my staff, except my adoptive sister, thank God, is dead.
I didn't know you had adopted her, but
Well, not really. Metaphorically,
yeah.
we're
Yeah.
pretty much family. The club is still standing, so that's nice, I guess.
We were lucky enough to take the coconut before we left.
Good. That makes me feel at least a little better.
Trolli is okay, so is Igneas. Although, obviously, we both have...
Right.
Right.
How are you holding up with that?
This, and he'll kind of like flick... Again, obviously, like, he's like fucked up now
Right.
because of the thing. This is making it easier.
It
and
looks disgusting.
Also harder. And he'll kind of like...
Listen, kid, in the nicest way possible, you look like shit.
Yep.
Just wanted to make that clear between the two of us.
I was told by Zero that this could kind of help burn off the energy, but it apparently also burns off me at the same time a little bit.
Well, I mean...
A little more than expected.
I don't know if you know what you're doing with that thing, but it makes sense that until you do, perhaps, you know, a bit hard to control just how much energy you put out. And hypothetically, the the Choclatin body does need some energy to run, so if you burn too much of it at once, I don't know, speaking off the top of my head.
Kind of figured that one out.
Right. Well, tell you what.
Sure, the others will be up here soon.
I'm not one to lollygag, but I'm also not one to repeat myself. So when we are all here, I will give everything. I will answer any questions you have to the best of my ability.
Was that you in the cart?
Was that me in the what?
In the cart.
I may or may not have been in that cart. Which cart are we referring to?
The one that I just got out of. With the 2 guards.
Was that you that tried to clear your throat to get... Yeah, I couldn't tell. You just sounded like you were clearing your throat. I don't know. I can tell it was you or not. But yeah, I had to sneak in. It's a little tough for me to make my way around the Empire. I don't know how much information Haith has revealed, so...
The only thing that he's told us is that you supposedly killed his father.
Oh, I'm aware he's told y'all that. I don't know if everyone knows that. Plus, you know, I mean, technically he ain't wrong about parts of that, so...
What?
We'll talk about it in a bit. let's not get hit by sins. All right, and he steps out of the bathroom.
We will talk about it later.
I like to think that downstairs is just a fucking... It's like a frat party.
You're playing the banjo twice as fast.
Everyone's like, woo! Igneas is like, woo!
I'm clapping the loudest, obviously.
Yeah. You're on drums for me. But it's just not drums, it's like the stage where we did
Yeah, fucking as soon as Fudge walks in, you start playing In the Air Tonight by Phil Collins. Igneas, you do the like that's why it's so hard compared to the rest of the song. Is because you don't know how to not hold back on it.
Right.
Yeah. And you've been waiting for Fudge all your life.
Yeah.
So.
Kid's gonna learn saxophone.
Apparently you're great with instruments if you're rolling at 20.
I do have a instrument proficiency that I can take. I just keep thinking, like, the fuck can I play with one hand?
This whole thing is going to change from saving the world to starting a kick-ass band that does Phil Collins cover songs.
For roleplay purposes only, how invested is the fucking crowd?
They are digging it.
The bomb!
The bomb!
And then everyone panics and
Turns
runs.
out Fudge was the big bad.
I have to pee while you guys take a pill.
I also have to pee, but you go first.
Kid's had a confusing day.
I've had a great day.
Kid nearly killed himself by going into the forest. He met guards that knew who I was and then lost who they were. Almost discovered Fudge.
I became famous within a tiny town. Igneas is now an incredibly famous drummer. Like,
Kid's straight up gonna learn saxophone because really all he has to do with the ring hand is hold the saxophone in place, and then
Yeah.
that's true. I mean, technically it requires two
You
hands,
could
but...
make an attachment for your hand to like be able to
I don't
specifically
really have
hold it.
attachments that I can use
Technically,
anymore.
the saxophone does require two hands to cover all the buttons.
Oh, that's true.
Mm.
Boy.
You could play something like the trumpet.
I'll just get like a fork attachment for my hand that can I can press against the buttons.
Excuse me, wow.
I'm gonna learn saxophone as Kid.
Nice. You know what's funny that I realized? The apartment we're looking at, where rent is $380 a month, that's also just my car bill, so it's really easy. Meaning, I would need to if I set aside $190 every Friday, that would cover both my car and rent.
Nice.
And that leaves me with approximately $110 to myself every Friday.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Actually, no. It leaves me with $95 to myself every Friday because I have the $15 automatically into my investing account.
Well, that and phone bill.
Yeah. So the first Friday a month or whatever, I have $15.
Or you could also just take $20 each week if you wanted.
That'd probably be a lot easier.
I'm excited for my interview tomorrow.
I hope it goes well.
I hope it goes well too.
I'm sure you'll do fine. Anyway, yeah, the crowd's fucking. You are like
Eating it up.
You are like.
I'm a cute teenage girl.
You're a cute teenage girl who's kicking ass at
Singing country songs, which
Yes.
are typically about kind of raunchy things, let's be honest.
like that, and also like you like fucking Phil Collins songs are great, and you're nailing them. And your friend on the drum really knows how to sell that.
Finish up that nice song. Put the banjo down by side. Oh my goodness, thank you all so much. You've all been so nice to me, and I'm gonna head to bed now. I'm done for the night.
We love you. Like
She kind of go over to Igneas and just be like, "Oh my god, can
That
you believe it?
That was fun!
I only made 5 gold!
Do I make any other goal?"
not the moment. No.
Damn. Get down off the stage and head up to the room.
There's people like heckling you a little bit, like more, and you're like, oh.
Like trying to
Yeah,
get you to
they
do
want
an
you to play
encore.
more.
She's nervous now.
I'm gonna stand closer to you and like follow you more closely.
I feel like I'm a bodyguard.
As Igneas gets a little closer to you, that helps. But then as you like start to get past the bar, Beth also walks next to you, and she's like, "I'm pretty good at getting people to leave pretty girls alone. So let's get you going."
I appreciate that, Ben.
Yeah, no
I think I'm pretty.
And then as she leads you to the stairs, you go up them, and she goes back to the bar.
That went from fun to panicked real quick.
We go to the room, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Okay.
Kind of rush.
It's just kind of like sitting in the main room, just like.
Kind of rush inside, lock the door, make sure nothing followed us.
As soon as you're in, you get like a sweet pea.
Oh, thank God.
That was amazing. I gotta say, you were doing pretty damn good on that banjo.
Oh,
How are you, Iggy?
I'm doing okay, yeah.
Good. We're all doing as best we can given our current circumstances.
Pretty
See,
much.
it's holding up all right.
Yeah. What?
The banjo, I made the banjo.
That is mighty impressive. So,
Oh, you made it?
Yeah.
Like, today?
Yeah, it's still together after all day playing it.
I play a mean triangle. Let me
I
tell you.
can tighten it back up anytime you need me to.
Here you go.
And I'm not a stranger to the harmonica.
Well, maybe tomorrow you can help me with the harmonica on stage.
Maybe.
With a 12, I retune up the banjo.
Yeah.
She's not confident enough for that. Never mind.
I'm confident for
It
what?
doesn't matter anymore. She's not coming up for more. How are you doing?
Much like yourself, it's been a busy couple of days. And he gestures to, like, there's like a few places to sit in like this main room, and he sits down. He's like, so, we got plenty to talk about. What would you, here's how I think this is going to go to make it easier on all of us. I'm sure y'all three got plenty of questions for me.
Mm-hmm.
So, one by one, ask away. I have nothing to hide.
The murder thing?
Right. So I did kill my dad.
What does that have to do with this?
My dad, right. And he pulls a scarf aside. The Chocula family emblem is there.
Like tattoo?
My name.
I think it's a birthmark.
No, it's a birthmark.
Oh, okay.
My name, as you already know, is Richter Chocula the 72nd. It is a pleasure. So your suspicions about Heath being a fake are correct. However,
Suspicions.
3 years ago, I did kill my father.
3 years.
3 years ago.
They said he died a week ago.
That's bullshit. It was 3 years ago. However, I killed him. I ran away. Seems to me as though Margaret and Maurice were just kind of hiding the fact that there was no Chocula in charge in that time frame. And it seems to me that somebody, somehow, found out.
We think
It's probably the 100 grand then. First, that reinforces my beliefs a lot more. I found some context clues essentially when I talked to a splinter group of theirs, saying that their son, who was the leader, was up to something big. And this kind of reinforces that this is the something big.
Right. I won't pretend to know too much about the 100 grand. I've heard of them, being the son, the count.
I was in them for a little while, so I know a bit.
Okay.
He said his name was Heath.
That's about the one thing he said I might believe him on. I have my complete, not doubts. He's definitively not me.
Well, clearly at this point. he's just rattled.
Only truth he said is, I would hope, his name and the fact that I did indeed kill my father, but that is neither here nor there.
But technically he lied about that too, because he said you killed his father.
Yes,
And
Maybe
now-
I did. I've killed people in my time and self-defense.
Well, no, I believe I've met his father.
Oh, okay. In that case, if he's still alive, then right. Fair enough.
He was probably the one hassling us in the Donut Plains.
Quite possibly. I haven't met the man, to my knowledge. Trolli, roll a history check.
19.
Fudge has met the man. Because he was talking to Daroga in the warehouse you guys were in.
Yes.
Just in case you want to correct him. I just figured I'd point it out.
Well, a name wasn't brought up, was
Jesse.
it?
You did learn the name then. And plus, he already knew him from before that because he went, Jesse.
Right.
He would at bare minimum, if you were like, he was the guy in the warehouse that was talking to Daroga, he'd be like, oh, that guy.
Right. Sorry, my brain stopped working.
It's okay. I realize you get real flustered when I'm around, sweet pea.
Should I get your hat for you?
If you'd like.
It's
Helps me get in character.
same man from the warehouse and that secret meeting.
Interesting.
Right, y'all went on the...
On a
Heist.
heist.
If that's what you want to call it. We didn't do much hasting.
Oh, yeah.
We wanted to get more done than we
You
did.
can steal information, so seems like that's
That's
what you
true.
did.
Thank you, Iggy. Alright, well, that answers your question about me being a murderer and Heath being a fake.
Well, that was already apparent and obvious.
To you, sweet pea, they were not as confident
Yes, it's a little bit more of a surprise to us, I think.
Well,
Would
no.
Margaret and Maurice recognize you?
as you. They were my caretakers, since my father was seldom available, so I would assume so. However,
They seem to have been suffering from some head injuries, making their memories
Right.
a little fuzzy.
right. I don't know if
From
they
the
would
recent
recognize
fight.
me with that, but
Well, it only
Well,
feels
that's-
like they don't remember the past, month or two or whatever.
That's the point. I don't think that they realize Heath is a fake because...
right. No, Margaret and Maurice are not dumb. They were effectively caretakers for, the first 17 years of my life, so...
That's a
No,
long
18,
time.
18.
That's an even longer time. I don't think they would.
They would, if they saw me, they would...
Yeah.
I mean, I don't look like I did then, but, How were they doing? Were they okay?
They seem okay other than the head injuries, though. They're run a little ragged at the moment.
It doesn't sound very like them to take that kind of injury, but take your word on it.
That's what I'm thinking.
Well, they were very nice. They
They
seemed
are
like they
very-
were fine.
They are very nice.
Are there magics that can do that?
Well, there's various things that might be able to do that.
It can do what?
That can make people forget.
Oh.
That seems like a very specific thing, and I don't really know how magic works, but I can't imagine a blow to the head would make you forget that many specifics.
I mean, I don't know.
It does sound mighty suspicious, and given we already know Heath is a fake, it stands to reason he's doing something to him.
Well, whether that's brainwashing or magic, I'm not too entirely sure.
Well, even if it, or we could be looking at this the opposite way. What if Heath is disguising himself as Fudge?
Well, that's
He
exactly
didn't look
what
like
he's
him.
fucking doing.
He's
So-
disguising himself as a Chocula, but
He certainly didn't look like
I don't
Fudge.
think he's trying to masquerade as me. Specifically.
Otherwise, he probably would have taken his
He
name.
would have taken my name.
And that's the other thing. Was your name not made public? Would people not...
All the public ever needs to know me as, or would have needed to know me as, was the Count.
Chocula the 72nd, right. I suppose that's all I've ever known the Choculas as, so that makes sense.
But Maurice and Margaret would know better.
They would, but as we've
Which is
established,
why-
they probably have something
Yeah.
going on.
Yeah.
So basically, the entire guard has been replaced and is now.
By the looks of it, I am being wary about them, but as a man who grew up surrounded by those guards, they do not look like guards to me.
One of them that was in that cart slipped and said my name.
Well, you said you used to be in the 100 grand, and with the running theory that the current number of guards is replaced by members of the 100 grand, makes sense that perhaps one of them knows you from back then.
That does support what we were thinking.
It's a mighty slip from them then.
It is.
Well, you know, I was on that cart for a solid 10 hours. They had been riding for 10 hours. Stands the reason they're a little tired.
Well,
That's why I wasn't able to talk to you earlier, by the way. I was a stowaway. I didn't mean to
understand.
worry you, but I could not exactly tell where on the route we were. I just knew they were coming here.
I understand.
also apologies. If I had known it was you in the cart, I would not have tried to.
Ah, you're okay. But if you feel that bad about it, you can buy me a drink sometime.
Well, I don't drink anymore, but I'd be happy to buy you one.
Understandably so. It's been a tough couple days, so I've definitely had my fair share of alcohol in the past, little bit.
Can't say I haven't wanted it.
So what's the plan? How are we progressing toward?
Now, hold on, before we continue that. Listen, I, over the phone, made a promise that I would explain to you three what a Gunpla was.
Right.
However, before I do that, because I just want to make this very clear, and I'm only even extending this offer to you because of everything going on. Once you learn what a Gunpla is, you can't unlearn it. And as harsh as this is going to sound, if you ever make use of the knowledge while I'm alive and kicking, I'm going to make sure you're not.
I fully understand that. I don't exactly want a weapon
He's,
of mass
when he's saying
destruction.
that, he's like not looking at you. He's having trouble like envisioning that.
I don't exactly want a weapon of mass destruction from what I know.
Right. That's
Around.
the basis of why I killed my father, is that he was debating re-attempting the Gunpla project.
Right.
We won't be doing that.
Well, I did burn the book.
Right. Well, Right.
Like I told you, there's apparently the remnants of it inside the castle.
right. I'm sure there is. It's a well-guarded secret.
Pages are missing, though.
Yes, we did tell you that, right?
You did. You did.
I'll do what I can to try to track them down. If I find them, I'll destroy them.
So, it's a weapon. Is the best way we can describe this. Gunpla, when it was started by my ancestor, which I'm sure you know from the diary, the only reason it didn't come to pass, there were two. First and foremost, act now above, thank ye. My ancestor began to realize just how unsavory this thing was. However, secondly, while I don't want to discredit his good conscience, the technology wasn't quite there 500 years ago. Since then, apparently, every now and then, one of my ancestors will try to pick it up again, and every time, they fail. They just don't quite have the means to pull it off. However, as technology does, as the man who gave you your current phone, technology not only evolves, but the more it evolves, the faster it evolves. As it stands to reason,
You start building yourself better tools.
another
to build
attempt
better
at a
tools
gun club
with.
might work out. I have no concept of what the previous attempts failed with. I don't know why they didn't work. I just know they didn't because we're all still here.
Right.
So, it is effectively a giant. Some design documents had it as bipedal, some didn't. Walking. It's a weapon that you can kill whatever you need to with it. I don't know.
So it's a vehicle and a weapon.
Yes, you need a pilot.
A weapon to surpass all wars.
Yeah, a weapon to end all wars. Effectively, the original plan was to use it as a bit of a deterrent because there is nothing that can compete with one. Imagine the ultimate soldier with the perfect weapon being about 600 times your size.
That sounds oddly familiar.
You can't. Does it?
That giant thing that we attacked the other day.
Well,
You mean
I know it's-
you mean our buddy from the
Yes, although it's sentient,
much bigger,
much bigger.
like
I wouldn't say Choco
Like-
is 600
like
times our size.
like,
He is pretty
like
gigantic.
size of the castle
Oh,
bigger,
Jesus.
like bigger, bigger.
Choco's not quite that big.
I'm glad you named him Chonko. Apparently, Chonko is not
Well,
quite that.
we can't seem
This
to kill
thing
it.
would make chump change out of Chonko.
Ah, jeez.
It's big,
Right.
right.
so something that powerful belonging to any one man,
Something
you
that
can't be
powerful
stopped.
existing at all.
It's too dangerous to allow to happen. The whole reason I, again, killed my father, he was going to attempt it. And I'm a firm believer that at this point, if somebody were to find out it exists and attempt it, while I don't know for certain, there's a fair chance technology has come far enough that they could make it work, and we can't. I can't. That's everything.
Yep.
I don't fully believe in the Empire having all say over just, this colony, let alone the world. This is the world. This is... You win. Definitively. There's nothing we can do.
Which means we have to stop it at all costs.
Right. Now, luckily, to the best of my knowledge, nobody's currently working on one. But ideally, the fewer people that know about it, the fewer that can try to make it. And if I can erase all schematics of it and make sure there's no evidence of it ever existing, then when we eventually die off, minus you, there's no risk anymore.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Minus me. Maybe.
Maybe.
Well, the book said that it was buried in the walls. I don't know if that means literally or if it's just in some hidden chamber.
I would hope it don't mean literally, but...
Well, something that gigantic, wouldn't that just be the castle?
That's a
No.
fair point, but...
Because if it's as gigantic as you're saying, it's not something that you just hide inside unless you bury it underground.
Well, I don't... Maybe? I mean, it could be. I don't know.
Well, nobody ever said that the parts were all done, though. It could literally just be the schematics and what little they had made are
Some kind of a
Somewhere in
journal,
there.
some kind of...
Maybe
a
there's some
journal,
pages
a
around.
power core, maybe. I don't know.
Nonetheless,
Nonetheless, regardless of what it is that's in that castle, we need to make sure it's not anywhere anymore ever again.
We need to make sure that Heath doesn't know about it as well.
Right. I would like to think he doesn't. I would like to think that, I mean, it's not like I haven't looked in the castle when I lived there. So whatever's there, and, we have a huge library. It's pretty tucked away. If he's only been there for about a week, I have my doubts that he's looked at it.
That's at least a
Well, and
positive.
seemingly, at least, the only book that I know of that has any mention of it was at Nonpareilles. So who's to say that the others aren't also?
Right. Now, the reason I'm willing to tell you all this is Bohemian also knows that this thing exists. And from what you've told me, he's trying to make an energy source or a battery. And I only feel that there's the chance that that might be what his end goal is.
Right.
The past 3 years, he's been my friend and trying to help me eradicate any and all information we can find on it, when in reality I know he's been
Collecting.
hoarding it for himself. So,
I'm really sorry.
my own fault.
In that case, is Bohemian working alongside the 100 grand?
Doubtful.
He's too crazy for
Wait.
that.
Maybe.
What makes you doubt it?
I don't know. I would say that he wouldn't want to work with Choclatins and gummies and all that, but
But if
clearly
he was
he's willing to use
he's
anyone
willing
he
to
needs
use
to.
people.
Right. Plus,
Or what if the Nougat Order was just a code name for the 100 grand?
Well, we have the 30 order.
What if
Who's
it's
to
that?
say the other 70 isn't the Nougat order?
that sounds like a good point to me. But let's take it a step further. Who's to say that only those 70 are even in the Nougat Order?
That's a good
That's
point.
an
to,
even more fair point.
If the past week has taught me anything, we can't really trust anybody. I'm not to instill any kind of hard feelings in any of y'all. I trust the three of y'all, but
You're right, though. We can't.
You three and the Queen are pretty much the only people I trust right now.
fair enough.
Bohemian inadvertently gave me full trust in the Queen by trying to get a line in on her.
Right. Right. So,
We are not in a favorable position.
no, not at all.
This
But
is going to be an uphill battle.
on the brat side, he perks up a little bit. While we do have all this to work with, we can't forget that the three of y'all are supposed to be looking for a cure for the Queen. If we find that cure, Bohemian no longer has a battery. So, y'all have the coconut.
Yep.
I'm assuming Heath told you that if you bring me in dead, you get an ingredient that way.
He said
Technically
or
or
alive.
He did
alive,
say
but
or
he did
alive.
prefer dead.
All right,
I
we can
assume
work
so
with
you
something
can't
there. And on top of that, I have figured out where to get y'all the ruby stone.
Really? And we know what the fourth ingredient is too.
Do you now?
We do.
We
It's
do.
on the island.
Perfect. So, if we can just prioritize getting those four ingredients, we can find the cure. If we beat Bohemian, he no longer has a battery, and then it's just the four of us versus Bohemian.
Which
And
is
possibly
still a tough
more if
fight.
we can get the Queen's help.
Yeah, the four of us, plus the Queen's help, versus Bohemian and the entire Nougat Order, which we currently believe to be at minimum about 70 people.
Well,
And that sounds like a fair fight to me.
sure.
Alrighty. So,
Where
What-
do we begin?
where do you guys are the ones?
Well, if we
Well-
want to get...
Do we want?
As far as I'm concerned, if I play my role correctly, I'm supposed to be a dead man. So I don't think I should be making any decisions on what order of events we do and how we do them.
Well, we have to figure out how to present you as dead, get the salt, and then unpresent you as dead.
Well, if we present him as dead, and if we can get Heath alone, we can just take him down inside the castle and just go through a
But
hell.
then you have the complicated problem of Either we get branded as murderers of a Chocula, or we have to try to convince them that Fudge is one, and I don't know if you even really want that.
We'll figure that out when we get there.
Well, how about if we can get inside, we can try to figure out why Margaret and Maurice are acting the way they are.
That's a good starting point. If we can get them to remember who I am,
Right.
they would surely help us.
Exactly.
Do you think that...
On the one hand, I want to say yes. However, I can only assume Heath has a fake one that they aren't questioning.
We never saw it though, did we?
I'm not sure.
I mean, no,
he
you
had
cannot
a
see it.
raised
But
collar for the most part.
they would, you know.
But he would know to
they
have one.
They would know to have one. Technically, it's not guaranteed to be right here. It's just somewhere on the body.
Right. But still, they raised you, so they should know where it is.
They
And
raised
we can
me.
unlock that inside of them.
Right, but if they don't recognize me,
The problem here is that one of two things will happen. Either they believe us and then Fudge is now stuck as Chocula again, or they don't and we are branded as traitors and murderers.
well, in terms of the whole me being stuck at chocolate again, first of all, I'll do what I gotta do to save the world, silly as that sounds. Secondly, and much worsely, I'm not gonna pretend I don't know how to get out of responsibility, so
Fair
you know,
enough.
I don't want to do it, I'm not gonna do it. But here's, in my humble opinion, now that we are officially done puppeting my dead father, if we take down Heath, I don't know how y'all feel about this, but like I said, I'm not a fan of the Empire being a separate colony whatsoever to begin with.
Well, that's
I would happily let the court take over.
fair enough. I don't think that would actually be that bad of an idea.
Would your people feel that way?
If there ain't a royal family to lead them, it really doesn't matter how they feel now, does it?
To be fair,
Listen, I've had a lot of thoughts on how this continent runs, and us separated into different groups for no real reason outside of a war that happened 500 years ago. So
Why
we
not?
can figure this out another time, I suppose.
Why wouldn't you just try to be the new voice of inspiration for the Empire?
I actively don't believe in one person running it.
It wouldn't be an empire anymore.
Right.
And frankly, I already have some issues with how the court is run with what is effectively a different royal family. I'm not going to sit here and scheme how to overthrow not one, but two different governments.
So right now
Plus-
our plan is to sneak in, get
Why
as
do you
much
think I
information
love
as
the
possible.
planes so much?
And
Why do you think I find fucking Coast Girl so sweet?
what?
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 Anyway,
worst case, you could always have an heir.
how would I do that? And why would I want to continue this?
It was a joke, but
Oh, it wasn't very funny. Anyway,
Don't look
I
at me
don't know
like
what
that.
you're implying.
never mind.
Good, you shouldn't know what he's implying.
You sitting, sweet pea? Anyway. So, option A, we can figure out how we're going to storm this castle effectively. Or, option B, I know a back entrance into Daroga's place to go get those ruby stones. I can't promise it's going to be easy, or fun, or risk-free, or quick, or quiet,
Oh yeah? Anything
or
else?
safe,
Alrighty.
or even successful.
Sounds
Oh.
like all my favorite guarantees.
Sounds like a fun time.
That's what I like to hear.
So what you're telling me is that both options are equally risky.
Yeah.
I think it's more important to get the ingredient first.
I would agree.
Well, technically going to the castle,
Technically,
ideally you are
both.
leaving with the ingredient.
True.
Ruby Stone sounds like I have a better chance of success right now.
Currently. Plus, it would be a little suspicious if we showed up 3 days after he asked us to go find you.
That's a
an entirely
good
fair
point.
point.
So, it may be best to go get the sugar and then come back with your corpse.
Not a bad plan.
Plus,
like
if
that
you
plan.
die along the plan anyway, then we've just got to
You
know.
are not dying.
Awfully grim, but smart.
You are not dying.
Well, who knows?
Again, joke.
Oh, well, you know what? As
I'm
a
trying
joke, that one was a little funny. However, little grim, but also, yeah, no, that makes sense.
You are not dying.
Trying to work on delivery.
We'll see what
I
happens.
was told my delivery is usually flat.
It was a little flat, but
It is.
You'll figure it
I'm
out one day.
trying.
you'll get there.
One day.
Anyway, you're not dying.
Sweet pea.
I don't plan on letting any of you die.
I don't plan on anyone dying, but we can't rule
Well,
anything
who
out.
plans on
Anyway.
I will.
Technically, all of your people.
Not all of them.
The ones that die.
The ones
actively
that die.
plan
Anyway.
it. Anyway, sweet pea.
So we're gonna get the ruby stone. Yeah. Oh dear God.
The back entrance, you say.
Really more of an underground kind of entrance, but yes, I have found a way in.
Would we be going tonight?
No. We can't even make it there tonight. It's a couple days travel, then we get back to Variety. I say we take a day to reconvene and prepare what's left of my club. No one will know we're there. They think it's closed. And then we perform a little bit of a robbery.
Let's hope we don't run into Jesse's men.
It's a possibility. They are partnered with Daroga.
Yep.
We'll handle it. We always handle it.
I like that. It's a good way of looking at it. You looking around over there, Iggy? You seem a little nervous. Quiet.
If Bohemian is working alongside whatever the $100 grand the Nougat Order, if we're correct about our suspicions of that, then I don't like the idea of giving them more time to infiltrate. But I don't see how we have any better option.
I think the problem here is that Bohemian probably also knows where to get the ruby sugar, so if he was going to attack any of our sources, it would be that one.
However, if Bohemian is working with Haith, he would know that one of the ingredients is there as well.
But
Nonetheless,
he's less likely to make a full-on attack against the castle.
Fair enough.
Nonetheless, I think this is the better route. Gives us a few days to collect you to bring back to.
Technically, we wouldn't be lying when we said we went to Variety Bog and came back with you.
That's a good point. No, that is the best option, I think. It's just, I'm uneasy about
I
everything
understand.
that's
Hey, listen.
happening.
I'm uneasy about every decision I've made for the past 3 years in retrospect. So, but you roll with the punches, you do your best, and maybe die along the way, which
Oh, no, 3
technically
years
would
is a
further the
long
plan.
time.
So, what do you say?
Pretend die. Anyway, yes, that sounds like a
I
great
don't know
idea.
how well I'm going to pretend to die, but we'll figure it out.
All you gotta do is go limp.
Yeah, fair
And
enough.
here, you can even use this, and she'll wrap the scarf back around him. Because technically, if you're wearing that,
That's true.
if you're wearing
They're
that
a little
while
less
you're
likely
dead,
to want to look at me.
exactly, not quite recognize it, but they'll probably believe us.
Not a bad.
So they won't quite notice that you are alive.
Sweet pea.
Smart.
Not a bad plan.
Sometimes I am very smart.
Oh, all the time. You're very smart.
Oh.
Now all we have to do is figure out how to fake a longsword through your chest.
Right. I didn't quite think of that. Well, listen, we got a couple days to figure it out, get the right
We'll
bond,
figure it out.
perform a robbery, perform
well,
a felon.
We can just say that we
This is
choked him. I don't know.
This is morbid, but we could say that we tried to preserve the body out of some sort of, without damaging it too much, out of respect.
I think throwing some red paint of some kind on him and
I think
putting a broken off sword onto his chest and taping it onto him in some way would probably be a little more convincing.
You're right.
Yeah, it don't sound bad.
You can say we poisoned him.
nonetheless.
On the one hand, I would like to think I cannot be poisoned. However, my apologies, 2 people were poisoned in my club just a little while ago. So, who knows?
We can think about all that after our next
When
class.
it's time.
Right.
We have time to plan and reflect and think.
It'll be fun for all 4 of us to be in the heist this time.
Yeah, I agree. I do quite like Haston.
It was quite fun.
Can't say I haven't done my share back in the day.
I
Be
can
fun
say.
to get back to the old.
It was very
Yeah.
fun.
Now,
Hold the
the
dodge.
main difference with this one is, on account of Igneas, it's It's probably going to be more of a burst in and kill everyone than it's going to be a sneak in.
Gonna be honest, I'm significantly better at that than sneaking anyway.
Well,
Nobody said a heist had to be
in,
quiet.
try to get some kind of information, and I'd give y'all a go-to whenever we start barging in.
Not a bad way to do it.
Or if you sneak in first and then find us a way to get in without making noise.
Exactly.
Not a bad...
If I hear a bear roar, I'll come running.
You know, I can understand why the queen hired y'all three. You ain't bad.
Well, we were also the only ones left alive.
I was trying to be nice.
He's gonna like grab his like pocky shoulder and be like, I like to think I don't like to give up.
You look like you don't.
Yada yada does.
Well, you look awful tired.
Yeah.
Long ride.
Long ride, cramped in the back of a car covered by boxes.
Oh, come on.
I can half
go
understand
bed.
that.
Well,
There's a bed here that doesn't get used if you'd like it. Or you can share one with Trolli.
I think I'm good.
What?
What? Is that a thing y'all do? I don't...
Me and Igneas share a room sometimes. He doesn't sleep, and I use the bed.
I sit in a corner.
You want me to sit in Charlie's corner?
No.
No.
I'm gonna get some fresh air. And he walks out onto like a little balcony that this place has, and just kind of like leans on the balcony for a little bit.
She's staring at the floor intently.
Before he heads out there, Kid will say, be careful not to be seen. Who knows if he sent people to watch us.
Well, that's why you've got the scarf on now.
Yeah.
Sir, there's somebody I can't quite look at on the balcony.
Why? What's wrong with him? I don't know. He's ugly.
I just...
I don't know. It's like, do you ever read a book and you read the same sentence 3 times, but it still doesn't stick?
Have you ever
It's
seen
like
a
that.
face that looks so much just like a face that you can't
You
quite
ever-
make it out?
You ever walk into a room and forget what you were doing, so leave? It's like that over and over and over again. I
ever
look at him, I feel like something clicks, and then I forget what I'm looking at, and I just stop.
You ever see like a bunch of guards in helmets and then they walk through a door and you follow them and then they've all got their helmets off so you can't tell which one is which?
They just look like guys now.
You ever play Sims?
Tabangadoo?
That's what he responds with. I'm new to the Tabangadoo community. But yeah, Fudge pretty much just goes, leans on the counter, takes his hat off, grabs a lollipop out of it, and then just kind of holds his hat on like, these are good plays. The three of you are left alone. I mean, you can see him through like the sliding door, I guess, but the three of you are left alone in the living room.
Kit's just gonna like sit back in the chair again and just...
Are you okay?
No.
Well,
Or, I mean, relatively. Are you feeling worse than usual?
That's a loaded question right now.
Okay.
anything helping?
Yes and no.
I saw you running a lot today.
It was helping keep the stomach pain down, burning off energy. But I figured if I burnt off a little more energy, it might help, and instead it nearly ripped me in half.
So, do you have to, like, exercise? Is that the only way you can get the energy out?
It seemed to help.
Or can you also, for as dumb as this is gonna sound, forgive me, like, kind of like how the body feeds off the nutrition inside, like the fats in your body. What if, say, this is gonna sound like the dumbest thing I've ever said, eating, if you eat a lot, then the body works in overtime to burn off all that stuff, right?
Well, there's a chance
or
that...
the heat can eat whatever nutrition you're intaking.
Well, there's a chance that eating a lot will just feed the heat and make it worse.
That is what it sounded like to me, more or less.
I was told by Zero that if I use this, it would burn off the excess energy. However, I don't really know how to control how much energy I'm putting out. Therefore, it felt like it almost killed me today.
Well,
Maybe don't do it after you've just exercised. Or on an empty stomach. Or such things.
I'll make sure you're with us when you practice.
That too.
Practice makes perfect, but try not to do it alone. Otherwise you'll die.
Well, I was jogging for about 12 hours today, so maybe that helped. Hurt, whatever.
I'm sure it was hell, but it didn't help.
It had to have been the banjo.
Oh, I seriously doubt that.
That one work? Was
No.
that delivery okay?
It was slightly funny.
It was a little funnier.
You're getting slightly good at this.
Well, also, the subject of it was a little bit sillier. That helps too.
Good to know. Well, I'm gonna go to sleep. I feel like shit.
You have a good night. We'll see you tomorrow.
You look like you need it.
Kit's gonna go and, like, lay down, but remembering the whole, like, when I woke up I felt like shit, and also I'm supposed to be exerting energy. He's gonna do his usual, like, kind of just stay up in that, like, half asleep, kind of not quite resting, but not
Right.
quite active state. See if that helps.
Okay. What do you do, Igneas?
Pick a corner. Sit down.
Pick a corner. I don't know. Put on my dunce cap.
Take out a book.
Take out 50 Shades of Grey.
Oh no.
Nice.
What
Good
do you do,
read.
Trolley?
Is Fudge still out on the patio?
Yep.
Balcony?
Yep.
50 Shades of Gravel.
Well, she rolled high enough on her confidence that she's gonna go out there and stand next to him.
Oh, hey, sweet babe.
Are you sure you're okay?
I'm just.
I know it can. I'm sure it hurts a lot after I told you everything about Bohemian.
It's a lot. It's scary and painful, and
I'm quite happy that you believed me so quickly.
of course I did. I mean,
I thought that it was going to take a lot for it to make you believe me, to be honest.
well, maybe part of me feels a little guilty that I didn't. I mean,
What do you mean?
I've known Bohemian a while,
Well,
but at the end of the day, from what little I know of you, you're a woman of honesty and integrity, and everything you were saying makes sense, and I trust you quite a bit.
I appreciate that. I trust you a lot.
Yeah?
Yes.
Trust some outlaw that you... Yeah.
Just, you seem like a very good person at heart.
Yeah.
And, us Gumptions, we're always so inclined to believe the first person that gives us good nature,
Right.
seeing how my family believed Bohemian was such a good person.
Well, and, let's not speak ill of him. I appreciate it. It's,
Sometimes it bites us in the face, but I don't know, I had a good feeling about you.
well, sometimes doing the right thing, like putting trust in the people around you, can punish you in the end. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't do it.
Okay.
At least that's what, Maurice taught me growing up.
I have the oddest question.
Okay.
Margaret,
Mm-hmm.
where did she come from?
I don't know all the details, and I never wanted to pry and hurt her in any way. But Margaret has a disease. It affects her head, and she does not remember a majority of her life. And originally, I was very young at the time, so it's fuzzy. But she was brought to us by what I can only assume was a doctor. I don't know. In an attempt to, the Empire is pretty well known for how many resources it has, to see if perhaps we could stop. It's called aeration. That's the sickness she has. To stop it before it quite fully settled in. And we failed. I was a toddler, but they succeeded in stopping it. is that it can't get any worse. But everything prior to a couple of years ago, maybe 20-ish, she might not ever remember, most likely.
Right.
So I can't really tell you where she came from. I don't know. We don't know.
That's perfectly fine.
It's very nice, though.
She was very kind.
Reminds me of you in a couple of ways.
Yep, that's what I'm worried about.
Why would you be worried about that?
My mother's been missing my whole life. My father, too.
So
And-
you think Margaret is your mom?
Well, there was a lot of connections made when we met. But
Like what?
just people saying that we look incredibly alike.
Well, I haven't seen her in 3 years, so I can't really comment on that one, but...
Well, considering I just saw her, I'd have to agree. And I have mixed feelings about it, that's all.
I'm sorry about that.
It's fine.
Okay. Well, I'm sure we will find out more details in the future, I guess, if that's something you want to pursue.
Not sure. I am wasting your time. I'm very
No,
sorry. You are tired, I'm sure.
I adore talking to you,
Oh my goodness.
if that's okay.
Of course it's okay.
It's a bit relaxing, which I've needed for a few days now, so
Well, you're welcome to talk to me all night if you like.
don't tempt me. Kit was saying I should sleep in your bed with you. He, like, looks away and he's like, I mean, I was, sorry. I understand it's an unappealing process. I was just making a joke.
The door will be unlocked if you want to come in and talk.
He turns away. Right, yes. I understand you are being kind to me.
She's very red.
We are both very red all the time, actually. You are a red gummy, and I am
I'm a pink
ruby.
gummy who is currently very red.
You are a pink gummy, which is a shade of red, and I am a ruby choclatin, meaning I also look quite red.
Did my sister give you any hassle while you were visiting? She's like all fucking jittery and...
What? No.
What do you mean, what? No.
Well, we talked. She was
About what?
stuff. She was nice.
I mean, she is... Hang on now. Hang on. My sister's very nice, but I seriously doubt she did not bully you in any way.
Well, you know, I don't know if bully is the word I'd use.
She knew Kit for 2 seconds before bullying him.
Fair enough.
She did call you very handsome.
Very
And
nice of her.
I am inclined to agree.
Well, he does like that JoJo's the one frame. Well, first of all, thank you. Second of all,
They didn't say nothing weird to you, right?
like what? Like what would they have said? That would be weird, I guess, is a good question for me to
I'm
ask.
asking you
Okay.
what they said.
Well,
I'm not about to repeat what I got told.
I suppose, I guess they didn't say anything too weird. I don't know.
Such a...
What are you asking me here?
You know what? It was a... No, you know what? It doesn't matter. It's dumb. It's a dumb... I'm just
No,
being silly.
what's wrong?
Ooh, nothing's wrong.
Holly. Come
You're
on
just
now.
a very nice man. And my sister may or may not have commented on the fact that either I should date you or she was gonna.
Oh, well, rest assured I have no interest in your sister.
Just grab the pen that I threw.
You okay?
I'm trying to be flustered and it's working.
Rest assured, VP. I have... Not that she wasn't a nice lady.
Oh, No, she is very
I
kind.
have no-
She is a lot to handle, though.
I have no interest in dating your sister.
And then Peepaw. He didn't say nothing weird, right?
What is your definition of weird?
Well, right before I hung up on the phone with him, before he hung up with me, he did comment on the fact that I should be safe and then you should be safe and that we should both be safe together, with an implication of other things.
What would the implication be? I'm not.
I know you were not this dumb of a man.
It's only. His eyes are slightly glazed. He's blushing really hard.
I've never heard somebody enunciate "duh" while doing it.
You're really gonna make me say this, aren't you?
I'm not trying to make you do anything, but you're clearly uncomfortable. If you want me to leave you alone, I can.
No, I would really like it if you did not do that. I'm just nervous.
What are you nervous about? Am I doing something wrong to make you
You're
nervous?
not doing nothing wrong.
Listen, he covered. Listen, I'm just,
You're not doing
Yeah.
nothing wrong. Oh my goodness.
Look, how about this? Your sister, nor Peepaw, said anything weird to me that I would consider weird. Now, if your sister had the implication that either you need to ask me out or she needs to ask me out, or whatever, I understand Fudge is, quite the hot item, quite the hot commodity. But rest assured, I do not. If your sister asked me out, I would say no. Is my point here. And that's.
And what if I did? Is the next part of that.
I mean, are you?
I'm going to bed.
Wait, no, Trolli. Hold on, wait. Okay, wait. All right. Okay. All right, Fudge.
Oh dear God. Okay.
Listen, Trolli. Okay.
Yes. What is it? Do we really have to talk about this right now? Because
You came out here. I was hanging out
you
by
know what?
myself.
I'm just gonna go to bed, and if you want to talk, you can.
Well, I mean, you offered to talk to me all night.
Yeah, and
Now you're trying to back out of this deal
No,
that you made. It was your own decision.
What?
Listen, I apologize if I have upset you in any way.
You have not upset me.
Well, then why do you seem so rattled?
I just feel very rattled around you.
I feel rattled around you, but I do my best to maintain normal conversation.
And I'm not quite handling as well as you are.
You think I'm not handling this well?
You seem like you're handling it pretty well.
What am I doing that makes it... You know what? Fair point. However, in my defense, I've been faking a lot of things for 3 years now. I'm sure confidence in front of a pretty girl is something I have managed to get to a T.
What?
What?
You lost me a pretty girl. I'm sorry.
You lost me at being a pretty girl. I don't know what you're not understanding. I'm sorry. Sorry. My point here being, to answer your question, if you were to take it upon yourself to ask me out at some point or another, I would be delighted.
Is that so?
Yeah, I mean, your Peepaw and your sister Dot already seem to think I have the hots for you anyway.
That's exactly what I was told. Told me that you had quite a fancy for me.
Well, I mean,
Dot did
hold
mention
on.
how
Wait.
you
Hold on. Let's slow down.
Dot did happen to mention how you were just smitten when I came up in conversation. Oh, so now you can't talk?
Listen, that's neither here nor there. All right, listen, hold on.
What?
He turns away. So
You know I could see you do that.
no, you can't. So look, I was just saying, you are very nice and very pretty, and I think you are quite neat. So
Neat.
I
am neat.
You're a lot more than neat. Listen, sweet pea, look at. Listen, you are making my heart race at the moment. I'm gonna need you to just.
What would you like me to do?
Look at. Hold on. My whole point here was being.
I feel like no matter what I do to try to help you, it's gonna make that matter worse.
Kiss already.
Look,
I was gonna make the joke that, like, from his room, you just hear, "Kid, kiss already."
I want to go to bed. Look, sweet pea, all I was saying was that if you ever were to take it upon yourself entirely of your own volition, and, because it's what you want and not because of anything else, ask me out to date sometime, I, would not be opposed. I think you are quite nice, and I think you're pretty great. But, however, if you don't want to do that kind of thing, completely fine. I was just cracking jokes about the fact that your family already seems to think I have the hots for you, which I will neither confirm nor deny. So,
I would rather if you confirm nor deny it before I make any kind of jump like that.
fine.
So,
Postman gonna make me do this. Okay, he's like adjusting his clothes a little bit.
how can you expect
He
such
grabs
a nice...
he grabs the scarf that you gave him back, and he kind of like blankets it a little bit, and he's like, "I do have the hots for you a little bit, but
I'm sorry, what was that?
You heard me.
What if I hear you underneath that scarf?
I do have a bit of a crush on you. However, I'm more than willing to happily maintain our professional relationship as friends.
For now.
Rat. So, okay, so, alright, cool. I expressed myself. You effectively said no.
When did I say no?
We can go to bed now, right?
Yeah, I'll see you in my room. And she's gonna leave and go to the bedroom.
He just kind of stands. He's like, "What the fuck did for now mean, man? Because this doesn't seem very professional."
For now is
friendship."
in those 5 seconds.
Oh, she's gonna show you how much professional she is.
She raised a really good confidence, or she rolled a good confidence on it.
After like one hand is like gripping the balcony, and there's. He will go to your door and just.
The door is unlocked.
Rat, and he'll make his way in.
What?
What do you mean? For now, I don't.
I mean, that.
You said that we would maintain our professional friendship for now.
Well, yes, because in the state of where we're currently standing in the world at the moment, and what we're doing for the situation we're in, we couldn't quite maintain any kind of relationship besides friendship in the midst of that situation we're in. So for now,
I don't follow here.
I am not going to ask you out during the shit that we have to go through right now. There's already a lot going on with Bohemian.
You invite me to your bedroom?
What? What in the what?
You won't ask me out, but you'll invite me to your bedroom.
Making sense, you?
That's literally what you did.
That is what happened in the past 30 seconds. Correct me if I am wrong. you rejected me, and
I
then...
did not reject you.
Well, you're certainly not going out with me, so...
Fine, do you want to go out? It's a yes or no question.
Yes. I would.
Get in that fucking bed. Whoa! Nothing's happening. You just...
Right, no, of course not. Nothing's happening. Right, yes, okay. And then Fudge will just crawl into bed.
She collects herself for a moment.
I'm just gonna make fun of you for a second here, Holly.
Yes.
As the DM, as my NPC, I wanted to leave. However, this went entirely up to you, which is why Fudge isn't making really any moves.
I'm aware.
What are you doing?
She keeps rolling really high and really low confidence, so I took that as spikes of confidence.
Okay, what's happening? No, I will not be asking you out. However, get into my bed right now. Do you want to go out? Okay, good. Get into my bed. Like, what's happening?
Maybe you should have rolled just one or two.
No, it was it was throughout.
So he crawls into her bed. She collects herself.
She also crawls into bed.
Okay. He'll give her a quick like. All right, just reconfirm with me here. Are we dating? I don't.
Yes, that would be very nice if you'll have me like that.
I would. It would be my honor,
Distant.
You sound.
my lady. I don't-
You sound like you're regretting something.
No. I've just never done this before.
You've never done this.
Well, I mean,
You ran a club.
I've done this. Well, not that we're doing that, but look,
Wait, what have you done?
I kissed a girl one time. I've had a couple relationships that lasted like, I don't know, a week or two.
Oh, so you don't even know what you're doing.
As if you do. Don't make fun
I'm just
of me.
saying.
Anyway, I'm your boyfriend now. So
That sounds very nice.
Finally.
It just made really a lot of sense for her to have spikes of confidence and then be like, oh, wait,
is there anything else you want to say to him?
She's feeling a lot of things, so I don't know if she's going to say anything else.
Well, if she's not, he's going to very slowly just kind of pull her close. And as he's like burrowing his face into her neck, he's going to fall asleep because he hasn't been sleeping for a few days. So he just falls asleep curled around her.
That's fair.
You're asleep. Igneas.
Mm-hmm.
Roll me a perception check.
Does he get an advantage?
It's like a 12.
It's not hard to miss.
You hear what sounds like the same footsteps you were making this morning.
Where?
Coming up the stairs leading to your room.
I'm gonna peek out of the room. Like, I'm gonna get up and go peek out of the room.
Like your bedroom or like the entire little apartment building?
Like the entire one. If I don't see anything just outside of the bedroom.
Like coming up the stairs, there's green light and the wispies that you associate with green on.
I'm gonna go towards it.
Okay. As you get towards the stairs, this figure gets to the top of the stairs. And it's this kind of translucent green with wispies coming off of it, you know what I mean? And the two of you lock eyes. And I can take this off now. Igneas, Bohemian nods at you.
Bohemian.
How have you been these past few days?
What does it matter to you?
Well, I poisoned you. So
Yes, you did.
I'd love to hear how it's going. I know it's effective, given that I'm speaking to you, but...
In that case, I won't answer.
Fair enough. Any physical changes to kit? I can just go check for myself, so.
Yes and no.
Such as?
You cut his arm off.
I'm well aware what I did to your friend.
Mm-hmm.
I more so meant since
that
then.
That is a physical change.
I more so meant since then. You
You
can stop being dumb. I more so meant since then.
I was answering your question.
Okay, well, has there been anything since then? Is he grown? Is he physically more hot? I don't like heat. Igneas.
You asked that question in a weird way. I don't have to answer you.
Okay, then I can just go check for myself. Would you rather I go look at your friend, or you tell me what I'm asking?
What do you mean you can go check yourself? You're not physically here.
No. But you are.
So what does it matter if you go and check on him? What threat is that?
He's still infected with the heat. I can affect that. I can't affect him physically. I sure can affect what's coursing through his body. When you have 500 years connected to this, whatever you would want to call it, plane of life energy that I can only assume, much like myself, she refers to herself as your mother, lives on, you begin to be able to walk around it on your own. However, prior to now, there's never been... You need some kind of anchor. I can't just go anywhere. And now I have you. So, wherever you are, I can be, and I can interact with other pockets of the heat, such as the one inside your friend. So either I can go perform an autopsy, or you can answer my questions.
And you'll just believe what I say. I don't understand you sometimes, Bohemian.
You will, eventually.
Fine. He had another arm made for him, but other than that, he's about the same.
Igneas, I don't think you seem to be processing what I'm asking. I'm asking how the heat is affecting him. I don't give a fuck about his arm.
You asked if there were any changes.
Yes, is he growing? Is he mutating?
I'm telling you no, because those are the only changes. You're calling me stupid?
I'm calling you uneducated. There's a difference. I think perhaps, given time, you will begin to understand where I come from. All of the Golem will eventually. And until then, I'm going to do my best to be patient with you. However...
You're treating your point of view as an inevitability.
Yeah, it is.
Doesn't that sound deluded to you in any way?
Nope. After 500 years of thinking on it, it's coming. You know, it's funny, Igneas. I don't know how into history you are.
Relatively.
But long before the Gummy people and the Choclatins and anything on this planet, there were other prehistoric things. Right?
Mostly in the water, as I'm to understand.
Some of them made their way to land. The point here is they all got wiped out. Do you know what wiped them out?
No.
A meteor.
I thought that,
rock.
but I wasn't... Oh.
I'm the rock of these people now. That's my job. I'm the meteor. And eventually, the rest of the golems will understand that they are meant to be a part of that meteor. You will eventually understand. They are beneath you. We are superior to them in effectively every way. Think about it. We can't die. It's much harder to hurt us. We lack things like a sex drive. We can think logically and not let dumb shit affect our decision making. We are the next step. We are the meteor, Igneas. The sooner you realize that, the easier this is going to be for everyone. Because now you are in a unique position of being like me, where you have the ability to see all of this.
Some of what you say is factually true, but the way that you're presenting it, it's hypocritical.
How?
We were born out of an anger at what the Choclatin Empire was doing. They thought of themselves as above everyone else too. If that was wrong, then how is this right?
Because they weren't above everyone else. We are. You think sea creatures learned to move to land on a whim? Or you think they were angry that they were stuck in the fucking sea?
Here's the difference. Sea creatures are still alive and the land creatures are still alive, and they're equal. Neither of them is better than the other.
A lot of the food chain would prove you otherwise, but regardless. I'm not suggesting we wipe out all life on this planet. Just the plague. We are here to replace the plague. We are here to be better than them. Whether or not that was born out of anger is the irrelevant part.
What makes them different than any other life form on this planet?
The fact that they continue to risk hurting the planet. The fact that they continue to hurt themselves for no real reason outside of petty arguments and splitting each other up into different areas of land for no reason other than because they can, and they'd rather not work on their problems. They'd rather just leave each other alone. It's stupid. They're stupid.
Shouldn't that be their choice?
It is their choice, and they're choosing wrong.
Well, what I mean is, how are you in charge of saying what's right and what's wrong here?
Because we've already established how much better than them we are. We are the next step in evolution.
That doesn't make everything you say correct. You're not God, you're not Aknau.
And the closest thing there is to the mortal plane. I can't die. I have 500 years of experience. I can walk the plane of life. What would you call me if not some kind of god?
The creation of one. Like everyone else.
I've had this talk before. I've tried to have people see me that way before. It doesn't work. I'm not expecting you to listen to me today. But given time, I think you will begin to understand the greater purpose you serve.
Shouldn't the first sign that maybe you're wrong be the fact that everyone is saying you're wrong?
No, I don't think the first sign that I'm wrong should be the fact that a literal 4-year-old can't understand 500 years worth of experience.
That's not what I said.
I'm older than everyone I've had this talk with. They just haven't had enough time to see it.
You're
Case
not
in
older
point,
than her.
she doesn't matter here.
What do you mean she doesn't matter?
She
You're only here because
does
of her.
her best to keep a hands-off view of everything, and yet has the audacity to still interfere when she feels like it.
That was an accident. She views that as a mistake. She's ashamed of you, Bohemian. Do you know that? Do you realize that?
I realize that. I realize she's ashamed of all of the golems. It's not my problem that she created something too good for her own good.
She's the more ashamed of you. Not just the mistake that she made, what you're doing.
Well, then I'm sorry I've outgrown my mother. But someday, like any responsible adult, you will do the same.
That's
I know you
not
will.
what this is, Bohemian. That's not what this is.
So then what's your goal, Igneas? Let me get this straight. Your goal is to fight me and then outlive everything you care about and then be miserable. Right? Forever? That's your plan.
What's your goal? Do you end up happy with your goal completed?
Yes.
You've genocided everyone.
Yeah, accept the golems. We can have a perfect society when we're not segregated to an island. When we're not put down by people inferior to us. Yes, I will be happy when that is achieved. As will you, as will the other golems. Your current plan doesn't work. You just live the rest of eternity miserable. You'll have nothing. As someone who's lived 500 years in this world, you will have nothing. What are you going to do? Educate me.
Why would I take your word on what it's like to live that long?
Because
You're deluded.
Who else do you know that has?
You're deluded.
You're an idiot. You're stuck. You can't die. I'm telling you right now, you can't die. Ever.
Even if I decide to?
Yep.
What do you mean?
That's how I win, Igneas. You having the heat doesn't make you just able to see your shitty excuse for a mom. The second your body gives out, you are a walking nuke of this disease. So live with it. If you truly want to oppose me and watch your friends there die, great. You don't have the splendor of killing yourself when you decide you're done being miserable. Because then you kill everyone and then I win anyway.
How can you claim to value so highly the natural order of things?
That's not what I'm claiming at all. The natural order of things has failed. If it was successful, they'd be dead already.
The cycle of life and death is natural.
And the
fact that
cycle
a
of life and
ends-
death is outdated. And so I'm here to get rid of the cobwebs, if that's how you want to look at it. The world is ready to move on, and it can't as long as they're around.
Clearly the world is not ready to move on. And
Clearly
you're
it
trying to force
is,
it
and
to.
our mother won't let it.
You're trying to force it to.
I'm trying to force mother to let it happen already. It's been long enough.
So because I'm 4 and you're 500, that makes you correct.
It makes you uneducated, like I said.
But when Mother is that much older than you, hundreds of thousands of possibly millions
If you
of
call me
times older
deluded
than
at
you,
500, what do you call her?
delusion has nothing to do with age.
Well, she's had more than enough time to get deluded.
It has nothing to do with age, so that's irrelevant.
She is a toddler who played with her toys and broke one of them, and instead of fixing it, has just left it broken. She threw a tantrum and created us. And instead of addressing what is supposed to happen now, is just letting things continue in this broken state. I'm not going to let that happen. And eventually, you're going to realize you can't let it happen either.
I don't understand in what way things are broken. We're just a people, like anybody else.
Okay, Igneas. I don't know why I'm arguing in circles with you. I'm not upset with you. I'm disappointed that you don't understand, but you will. I know you will.
You know,
Because eventually, you're going to realize just how miserable existence as it is now is.
I never thought I would empathize with the Chocula. But this must be what it feels like to be the child of one.
You'll learn in time.
Point made.
And then Bohemian kind of just wispies away. And that is where we will end our session.
I'm dreaming about stabbing Bohemian.